Alright, so it's been a while, hasn't it, Sean?
It has been a while. It's been over 2 months since the last Sturdy Casual Corner.
Is there a last? Or are you saying this
Since the last
our
one.
last one?
Yeah.
Alright. So yeah, it's been a good busy fucking 2 months. So
Yeah,
bring that in.
So we're drinking, what are we drinking here to start off with? It's
We're drinking the Bevmologist fucking recommended selection for imports.
EY Mars Whiskey.
I'll bring that close. EY. Oh, lower. Right there. If you can get it, I recommend it without the hair. Because, if you haven't noticed, I have long hair now.
Yeah.
And, long,
so,
luscious.
So what have we been doing the past 2.5 months?
So, I guess we should start in order after we take our drink.
Oh, you want to do a big drink? All right, you go ahead and I'll work on this.
All right, so Anime Expo happened sometime July during 4th of July weekend, and I managed to convince the boy here to join us.
Yeah, I jumped in last minute, literally last minute. Our friend was giving him a ride there, and I just happened to be in the middle of changing jobs, and my job was basically just free that weekend. I didn't have any work, so they said
So explain what happened with the job.
Oh well, my job had a sudden you're actually closing in 2 weeks.
Oh.
And so a bunch of shit happened. We had to help move, and then so we weren't open retail store, and so that normally I'd work weekends, but didn't have to work that weekend, and we closed up early on Thursday, which was the day you left. You were leaving to Anime Expo, and I didn't have to work Friday because of the holiday, and so I said, I'm free this weekend. Fuck it, I'm gonna just go.
And you got a ride all the way from Santa Barbara to LA with.
Yep.
Thankfully, Santiago was there. Ashamed he didn't stay with us that night.
Yep.
Because he could have gone the next morning home.
Right.
But good on him for giving you the ride and taking it with us for a bit.
I was worried about him leaving at 2 a.m. to go all the way back 2 hour drive.
Oh, dude, I've seen him literally.
But he's a trooper.
Yeah, he's a trooper, man. He's a hardworking man. If anyone can drive that distance and be okay,
yeah,
it'd be him.
Being buzzed at 2 in the morning.
Oh yeah, he did.
And high. But anyways.
Yeah. So Anime Expo happened.
And so yeah, Big Sky got a new job.
And he was my photographer, which he still haven't sent the damn pictures.
We'll see one of those later.
Yeah, one of them at least. So, let's see. Aside from Anime Expo, if you haven't noticed, this is a new place, a new setup, and welcome to the Dirty Casual apartment
2.0.
2.0
with couch and everything. We're moving up in the world.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it didn't get the project I wanted to get done. 2 of them technically, the soundproofing and the LED light setup for this thing.
Actually, our mic here is sitting on the soundproofing foam, but
yeah,
that'll be a future project. So the next room over doesn't hear anything. So
the next room over, more like our neighbors. Yeah. And there is a problem with the upstairs neighbors because it squeaks. It's one of those things, but hopefully we don't get that today.
Nice.
So yeah.
So that's basically the majority of why we haven't been around.
Yeah. So. Aside from me postponing things because I couldn't find my microphone and then the webcam, which is why I just said let's just do it next week. And so when I called you, I realized no webcam.
Yeah.
Damn.
Dang.
So yeah, it just wasn't my week last week.
Yeah.
But
we figured it out.
Good things came out of it though, and we could tie into that. Wait, what were you gonna say though?
I wasn't gonna say shit.
Okay. So, if you don't mind, I'd like to start off. Sorry, coaster there. I'd like to start off my watching segment.
All right, let's bust into it.
Boom.
It's been a while.
Yeah, and if you haven't noticed, Dr. Stone is reading one of our favorite books.
Emergence.
Henshin Emergence, or Metamorphosis in the English title.
All right.
And I guess I could technically tie in the anime that I've been watching.
Yeah, so it's been a while, but I don't think either of us have watched a ton of stuff, but we can recap everything we've kind of finished up.
A month and a half ago, I believe, I ended up watching at least 3 episodes worth of 3 shows, and I'm going to go rapid fire because they don't matter anymore. Cool. I don't remember.
Let's go.
Dr. Stone, very interesting. Mind you, the people who told me did not sell it. You know, the description, the summary of it, I was not sold on this anime being good.
Me? You were sold when I told you about it.
Dude, you, Adam, David, and people at Anime Expo couldn't even sell me on it. So you shouldn't feel too hard on yourself, you know.
But then you liked it, right? A little bit.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those animes you have to watch and see if you enjoy. And I enjoyed it. Let me get comfortable though.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's one of those animes you just chill, watch, and you can get hyped about. Cause I ain't gonna go too much on this whole thing, but from what I remember, some mysterious event. I can't sit up there. Some mysterious event happened where like people turned into stone, and I'd say it was like, if I remember correctly, like 2,000 years into the future,
something like that,
or some shit like that. And you got Dr. Stone, his best friend, you know, coming out of their fucking like stone comas and shit. And you know, right now, if I remember correctly, I left off where like they're trying to go get gunpowder, you know, and they got the boy's girl GF out. Which I love her design. I love girls with headphones on, you know, and she hit all the fucking waifu notes right there, just right. Dr. Stone. Next one I watched was just 3 episodes of what's the Mama one?
Mom Online or whatever.
Mom Online.
MILF Online, whatever.
MILF Isekai.
Yeah.
We call it MILF Isekai. The full title I don't even remember. But
don't worry about what I'm doing. Just keep going. I'm just adjusting here.
It looks thicker now. Thanks.
Yeah, thick boys over here.
I mean, you're not even getting the good one.
That's
right
it.
there. There we go.
Now we can see it better.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh yeah. My newest addition to my collection would be
Honolulu by what's the artist's name?
I thought it was Zara.
Oh yeah.
No, just kidding. It's USS Honolulu in her nice bikini.
That's
all that
one
stuff.
that
Yeah.
I got for in the Artist Alley in Anime Expo.
I literally like wanted to just, which I'm gonna tie in the one thing I really wanted from Anime Expo that I didn't know I wanted. The adoption waifu thing. Which we'll get into near the end. MILF Isekai.
I didn't watch that trash.
It's trash, but if there's a reason I'd watch it, it'd be for the artist. I really love that artist.
I do like the artist, but I mean the whole show's just fetish
generic.
bait.
Yeah, it's fetish bait. It's gaggy. It's not even that good of a gag comic manga thing.
I mean,
wow,
the whole thing plays itself out.
Yeah,
very quickly and runs out of interesting things that they do with it. But
I think it would have been better if it was like a 10-minute anime, in my opinion, rather than a 20-minute one.
Yeah,
because I feel it's too spaced out.
I can see that.
Yeah, but
there's no like enough real substance in the story to carry it. It's just gaggy.
And another thing I watched, I'll tie into a little bit later. But those are the 2 things I watched recently. And I'll leave the main one that you introduced to me, you know, the one that's the Vikings and all that stuff to you. So let me get into my recent watching. And this is going to be a blast, man. So, I ended up watching an old anime. Do you know anything by do you know Macross?
Of course.
Alright, so I've been watching the OG Macross Robotech dub. It's on Prime Video. And
Robotech before Frontier?
Before Frontier, I believe. It's when the whole setup happens and all that stuff. And it's an anime that's really hard to watch. Now, and I can get into it, and it's not for the fact that its animation is kind of dated a little. There's a charm to that, in a sense. But it's like watching all the tropes that have been done before, but it was
an early
pioneer,
one,
and it's
I've
for
seen
that
some stuff
aspect
like that.
I've been interested in it. Yeah, and the mech design I really like. They look like your typical 70s mech designs. It's like, oh yeah, it has, instead of like this Gundam face thing, it has like this head with a giant like fucking eyeball, fucking like scope kind of fucking visor thing. It looks really robotic, and I dig it. And the whole thing is basically giant, massive alien ship crashes on Earth in like a time of like international war and all that stuff. So all the Earth, basically all the nations unite to like, yeah, we should worry about this threat from outer space. And so they unite and they learn, reverse engineer this. Jacob! What are you doing here? What are you doing here? You want to take that? Hey, come bring it here. Bring it here.
What?
No, bring it here, right here. Just bring it here. Alright, here, I'll bring it to you in a second. Do you mind going into yours? I'll go into mine later. If you haven't noticed, his dad got a good toy. Alright, I'm gonna bring that over there.
So, I'll jump into a few things. Pretty much I haven't watched anything since the previous season had finished. Well, there's a few things, but let's see what I've been watching before that. Dororo. Finished Dororo, last 3 episodes. Can't recommend it enough. One of my favorites from the last season. Just carried itself super well the whole way through. So this is the one about the kid getting cast out by his father and essentially sold his son's soul and body parts to demons. And what? Dororo?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot that finished.
Yeah, that finished. Sold his son's soul and essentially body parts to demons, and the kid came back, got revenge in a lot of different ways, but the whole season was super solid. Enjoyed it the whole way through.
Oh yeah. Dororo is one of those shows I enjoy. Oh, that probably sounds really off now.
Couldn't recommend it enough. It was definitely one of the better shows last season. Other than that, let's see. You want to jump back in yours or me keep going?
Oh, was I Robotech? Basically, this giant alien fucking army is naval army is coming to fuck them up, and the reason they haven't killed them, that should be a shot, I believe. Here you go.
Alright.
Count to a second, and that's a shot. Congratulations. Here's the cap.
Good.
And it revolves around, and I really like the main character, Rick Hunter. I don't believe that's his actual name in Japanese, but I really did like the transition, and the voice acting is really unique. It's kind of some of them clash, but it's definitely not a Yu-Gi-Oh dub, where it's like you got fucking Barney voice fucking Tristan, and then like 6 episodes later they change his voice actor, and it just throws you off.
Right.
I like the voice acting, I like the animation, and I'm digging Lisa Hayes, who's like this
she's really
officer. Yeah, she's this officer girl that's hot, milfy, kind of. I wouldn't say milfy. She's not even like 30s yet, but it just makes it better because she's probably got age on him and all that stuff, including rank, and I dig it. Now let's see, where was I on the other one? I'd recommend it if you want to watch something old school.
Yeah, Macross is one of those old school ones that pioneered one of the mech genre a good amount.
Alright, this is going to be hard. I'm going to have rapid fire some of these. Jinro, the movie, animated, okay. Not the Netflix adaptation that I heard, was pretty okay. I watched Jinro's like movie clips for like the longest time without ever watching the movie, and so I kept anticipating the part that was like the climax of the anime, where he dons the gear and he goes fucking like mechanized fucking murder fucking hobo on these like Japanese like ministry people who are like trying to like shut down their unit and all that stuff, the special forces and all that stuff. Special. And it's a really crappy love story. But if you look at it like a political drama, it's pretty good. And I heard the Netflix adaptation focused a lot more on the romance of it, which I felt maybe I might have to watch it in order to get an opinion on it. But I feel like it would conflict. given he ices the bitch at the end. And next thing I've been watching. Oh gosh, I'll just leave this on. This is nostalgic. I've been watching a shitty fucking. Sean, do you know what BattleTech is, or Mech Assault, Mech Warrior?
I know Mech Warrior very well.
Okay, so BattleTech is the branching series where all that is. It's a part of it of that universe, the BattleTech universe, with people fighting mechs and all this stuff. And I found a 90s or 80s fucking animation. 90s, because they started using CG animation for some of the mech battles.
Right.
And my fucking god, it's disgusting. Like, the story is trash. Like, it's kind of ass-pully in some of the execution they do. Yeah. But it's still enjoyable because I love seeing those mechs, man. Even if it's in shitty CG animation. And I'm watching it on shitty 240p quality on YouTube.
Dang.
And I swear, I did not find it. It found me. And I was just like, alright, cool. And I watched 13 episodes of it. And that's all you need to know. I've been enjoying it. And,
nice.
And,
yeah, I love Mech Warrior as a kid.
Alright, so there's two things I have to say for this next one.
Okay.
I've been watching Yu-Gi-Oh! The 4Kids dub animation. It's so beautiful, man. It's horrendous in how just bad the dub is. Like, some things they change up. And I know they cut out content because, Joey Wheeler and Tristan kind of clash every now and then on Duelist Kingdom. Like, one of their arcs was like, oh yeah, their friendship is strained because of like Joey's like too fucking headstrong. He's like, I don't need you to like help me with this battle, and he pushes him. But it's just like cut in a way where it's just like he didn't push him, he socked him, and I'm just like, he just sucker punched him right there.
Dang.
And I'm right now on season 2, nearing the end of I'm near the end of the Battle City tournament arc, where they're gonna go to the finals, and then season 3, where it's fucking somewhere around season 3, where it's the fucking Atlantis arc, and I'm hoping it's not the Atlantis arc. Maybe they.
When was the Dungeon Dice arc?
That happened before Duelist Kingdom. That was like after. That's still technically season 1.
Oh, is it?
Technically season 2, like a few episodes in.
Okay. Yeah, I remember being pretty early in one of the seasons.
Season 2, I think 5-6 episodes in, they had the old school opening, and then Battle City Tournament arc happens. They changed the opening. Same song. They kind of remixed it a bit. They made it more menacing with the rare hunters.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember when I watched as a kid, because that was the last time I've actually like watched it through.
It's so nostalgic watching this all. Like, I even had I was watching it on Xbox chat with Cindy on the line, and she's just like hearing me literally fucking like mouth fucking like water, like okay, how do I explain this? I was literally getting wet over Seto Kaiba, because let's face it, there's no other character who could be that much of a douche and still be lovable. You know, it's a once in a lifetime character. Like you'd need to wait a few generations before someone can top Seto Kaiba, because one of my favorite lines from him recently is, you were an ancient like magician and with the pharaoh and all this stuff. Dual monsters came from ancient Egypt. I don't fucking care. I'm out of here. It's like, oh, okay, what do you want, a card? And he stops and he's like, you had a card? Okay, I'm in. You know, it's just he's so narrow-minded because he's such a power gamer, and I love it. But I'm on season 2, and the reason I watched Yu-Gi-Oh was because I ended up watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Dimension of Something, this Yu-Gi-Oh movie where they bring back the old 4Kids crew dub that I ended up watching on Hulu.
Jeez.
And I was watching Vinland Saga, Mama, Milf Isekai, and Dr. Stone. My friend literally passed out, so I ended up watching this by myself. And you know, if you remember Kaiba, what do you remember about him?
He's a dick. He's
Yeah.
rich.
He gets
Got
worse.
it.
He gets worse. One of the things he does is he duels Yugi,
Mm-hmm.
a hologram of Pharaoh Yugi with the same deck,
Right.
beats them, and he's like, I spent months trying to like get every detail on this Pharaoh Atem right, down to the hair to his deck.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't get any satisfaction that I beat this fucking fake. I need to fight the real fucking Pharaoh. I need the Millennium Puzzle. And that's his goal, to get the Millennium Puzzle and hope he can duel Atem one more time. And in his rant, he crushes a metal juice box kind of thing. It's like a water bottle.
Right.
Tosses it aside, and he's like, fire the guy who designed that. Our product shouldn't be this easily broken. And I'm just like, he gets worse. He just gets worse. And it's just so great.
Jeez.
But yeah, dude, honestly, like, Kaiba has no chill at all. And dude, it's like another favorite line from him is they have all the Yugi's fighting him with all these new dark magician archetypes.
Mm-hmm.
And what's hilarious about it is Kaiba's like, you're fighting me with fruit? Don't you mock me and all this stuff. And it's just great. Next thing I've been watching. I guess we can mention Toradora a bit, right?
We've watched a little bit of that with our friend.
With our friend Santiago, Santi, the unicorn, all that jazz.
Just trying to get him to watch more stuff.
And it's the main reason we forced him to watch it was because of his comment about, what was that shitty anime he watched? That rom-com?
Oh,
Love is War.
Love is War,
Kaguya-sama,
yeah.
Love is War. And you're just like, oh no, you naive child. You need to watch
A
a classic. And he got hooked, didn't he?
he actually, he liked it a lot, I think.
Did he continue it?
No, he hasn't.
Not from
continued.
you?
He hasn't watched anything. No, we watched something else, which I'll mention.
I'm excited to hear.
You won't be.
Okay, I won't be, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe. All right.
Now I'm surprised. I can't
I'll
wait.
surprise you.
I can't wait. So,
All right.
next thing I've been watching, Toradora's a good one.
Yeah.
And I'd recommend it. That'd probably be my recommendation if I don't forget.
It's great.
But last thing I've been watching is an anime, an idol anime, right? Where
If it doesn't start with an I, then it's trash.
Symphogear.
Okay, Symphogear is okay.
I've been watching season 1 of Symphogear, and I ended up noticing because I kept watching clips randomly of like these Symphogear, and I was just like, dude, I really like these transformations because it's like a mix of a sci-fi magical girl kind of transformation, so it's all techno and shit. And I remember one of them literally did a pole dance, stripper pole dance transformation thing, and I was just like, I'm gonna find this anime, and I went from that great animation to this 2007 shitty like hand drawn. I mean, well, maybe not fully hand drawn, but like it's noticeable the quality. And I ended up finding out season 2 is when they upped the quality. So I ended up watching season 1. I'm like midway through it, and it's basically a battle idol anime where like the girls, they battle these like monsters called Noise or something like that. It's been a while since I watched it. And what they, to get the fully use their like techno magical girl powers, they have to sing mid combat, and it's kind of hype because I ended up coming across like some of their concerts, and Jesus fucking Christ, is it hype?
Right.
Like, it's actually pretty damn hype.
Yeah.
And the season 1 for magical girl anime, it's really dark. Like I've been enjoying it a lot. Like this girl, the main character, like gets attacked and like gets shrapnel in her while this idol girl is protecting her with her powers, and she self-sacrifices herself to protect her. And the other heroine, when she finds out she has powers, and her partner's powers specifically, she blames her for everything. And so there's like an arc that I just finished where they make peace through all that and they work together, and it's pretty damn dark. I've been enjoying it. Like one in one of the episodes, she goes full on Zerk because they kept mentioning that there's gonna be this like shooting star thing happening, and her best friend. I mean, she wanted to watch the shooting stars with her best friend, and on the night it happens, she can't go because these monsters show up, and she's like, "I'm sorry, I have to. Something came up. I'm sorry, I'll make it up to you." Hangs up and goes full on Zerk. And the animation for that, despite it being shitty, and shitty, it's good shitty. Like, you know, the jump from season 1 to season 2 is what I mean.
Yeah.
But it was pretty dark because she just goes full on who's a character? Let's see, what's the girl? What's Apple Girl's thing? No. Blue-haired girl. Sayaka. Yeah. You know how Sayaka goes full on Zerg and like goes crazy? She goes full on like that almost, and it's so great just seeing her like let loose because she missed her fucking Yuri friend's fucking like shooting star thing, and she missed out getting puss. So I mean, I'm just simplifying it, but there's some thirst right there.
Yeah. And
that's all I've been watching. Woo! Yeah. 26 minutes in.
Alright, well, I'm going to start mine. Turn that shit towards us.
It's hot, isn't it?
It is. So, besides Dororo, I finished Shield Hero. I don't recommend it. It was kind of awful. I don't know why I really finished it, but I wasn't really enjoying it almost any of the way through.
I haven't even continued it, by the way.
Yeah, it's not really worth it. It feels amazing.
Yeah, sorry.
Right,
this room is kind of hot.
Now we have a fan.
And we have a fan. I hope it's not catching.
Yeah, it shouldn't. That's pretty light. But so Shield Hero. I mean, if you like the trashy kind of like
isekai
anime, like Sword Art or something like that, then
okay, I'm gonna give Sword Art at least this much credit. It's more entertaining in the sense of it's not as monotonous.
It's true. And I would actually, even though I fucking hate Sword Art, I would probably say it's actually more entertaining than Shield Hero.
Yeah.
Shield Hero is just so predictable and just so. I guess Sword Art is in a way too, but
if I could interject, I would probably recommend the manga more. But the manga leaves a lot more to the imagination, in my opinion, compared to the animation.
But yeah, the whole point of Shield Hero is supposed to be this guy who's shunned out by the entire world that he's in, and everyone hates him. But except he's
for a fake rape accusation.
But everyone actually seems to like him more than everyone. He gets luckier than everyone, and he has the strongest party members out of everyone, and all this like perfect things happen for him and him only. It's like, it's kind of just like. It's a little boring in that way. It's like after the first like 3 episodes, he never has a struggle ever. It's just like everything works out perfectly for him, and everyone does everything for him.
He basically cleans up all the other heroes' messes and all that stuff.
So
I feel like they could have supplemented it better, but
I mean, I feel like he should have kept with the theme that he was really, really oppressed and shit was going really bad for him and everything. But everything just worked out so perfectly for him, and that just got really boring. I think it just kind of turned into a very, very generic harem isekai, fantasy thing. And
I mean, did they add more girls? Because all I know is Raptalia, Firo, and
the princess.
She doesn't count.
She does. She wants his dick really bad.
Oh.
She wanted the whole fucking thing.
All right.
And then I guess technically the queen afterwards, she liked him a lot.
Okay. The queen's different. She'll take any hero.
I guess. Yeah.
I mean, she still has responsibilities, but when the doors are closed, man, there's gonna be some steamy stuff. And let's face it, secretly, Malty.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for Dojins where it goes that route I want, where she's finally put in her place. So
there's not too much really, huh? Because probably
it's not that popular, huh?
Yeah, it really didn't do that well. I don't think it was trying to follow that big trend, but it's kind of. I think the Western audience liked it a lot because they're idiots, and Japanese didn't really like it that much.
Well, I didn't like it that much, but I'm a veteran, and
exactly.
We're just kind of starting up.
That's what I'm saying. Most of the Western audience is pretty new to anime, if you think about it, because of like the new streaming services and stuff and popularity.
On that note, though, it's kind of great that we got these normies getting into anime all of a sudden, but at the same time. We're on a different league. Yeah,
it's like you see people like going crazy about stuff like Shield Hero, and you're like, man, there's so much better stuff that you could be watching. Like, that blows us out of the water, and you're just like sucking this thing's dick.
And I mean, and they're also the same people that I've noticed who are backing up Crunchyroll and all that stuff.
Yep.
It's definitely a lot of ease of access. No, I don't have much gripes on Crunchyroll except for the fact they're a bad service.
Yeah, I have a few. We've talked about that
We've
before.
talked about it.
Months back, maybe a year ago. But anyways, let's move on. So I watched, finished Katakuri Circus, another show I don't recommend. I was just so deep in it, I wanted to finish it, and
it's on Prime Video, I believe.
Yeah, don't watch it. I mean, if you really want to actually check it out, I would say check out the manga. There's so much more in the manga than you could even possibly,
imagine.
Like, so let me just give you for reference. So Hunter x Hunter, everyone loves that show, right? In the manga, like extremely popular and very good. So Hunter x Hunter.
Did you watch that one at least?
Oh, sorry.
I forgot to mention.
Yeah, I'll mention it.
Okay,
so,
I need that.
Katakuri Circus, let's say Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter was very well done by a great writer. 340 chapters were adapted of the manga into 148 episodes in the show, right? So like it's like a 3-to-1 ratio almost, or
basically
much less even. That's like almost a 2-to-1 ratio, where 2 chapters per episode. So they could flesh out everything. So Katakuri Circus has 425 chapters done in 36 episodes. So they were doing like 11 to 12 chapters per episode, essentially. Like, such an insane pacing issue with Katakuri Circus.
I feel like it should have been cut off halfway if they were going to do that.
Yeah, I mean, like, they just had to rush so much stuff. Like, nothing really could get fleshed out and nothing could really be fully developed before you had to move along, like, at fucking Mach 6 to the next thing. Which I actually really do like the world of Katakuri Circus, and just wish it kind of got better light, but I'm just going to check out the manga for the rest of it, because I probably will read the manga at some point, because I liked it a lot, but you can't adapt 420 some odd chapters in 36 episodes. Like, that's just, you're going too far. Like, like I think Claymore, one of my favorite shows, like did
isn't it under 200 chapters?
They have 26 volumes, each one with 6 to 8
Was it the Fly?
chapters. Oh, so I think they did like 100 chapters in 26 episodes. It's like a 5-to-1, and that's not too bad. But doing like 12 chapters to one episode, like, you're rushing so much shit. Like,
I mean, near the end, if I remember, like 5 to 6 episodes of Claymore.
They made a
verged on its own.
Yeah, they made a whole new.
Yeah, they pulled a original Fullmetal Alchemist.
So if you want to check out Claymore, which I recommend,
read the manga.
It's very
if you're gonna watch the anime, watch it up to like a certain point.
Episode like 20, and then read the manga from there.
Yeah, and I really liked Claymore, the anime. I remember getting really pissed off. I believe it came out like freshman year for me, or like
probably
late
somewhere
middle
in there,
school. And I was just upset that I was like, no, this isn't how it should go. And I was upset.
Right.
And at some point I made peace with it. Because I remembered Fullmetal Alchemist did the same thing before. And I believe Brotherhood came out a little after that.
Probably.
But yeah.
I do love Claymore. One day I'll show my Claymore Connect collection. If we do it at my house again or something, because I have quite the Claymore collection.
Yeah.
It's probably like $800 in Claymore merchandise. It's a big one.
Jeez, and I haven't even taken out my figures.
Dang, yeah. So, Attack on Titan Season 3 Part 2. Okay, this is one of the best parts.
I'll say it's beautifully animated. I hate it for the fact it's animated so well.
I feel you. But anyways, if you're talking about Attack on Titan at this point, you're talking about the good shit. So this is like getting into the meat of it. Probably everyone's favorite or second favorite arc in the manga. So this is the basement arc essentially, and a little bit before and a little bit after the basement scene happens. So if you've read the manga, you know what happens there. But that's when they learn the secret of the Titans, and they get flashbacks to what happened before, or essentially what happened to Erin's dad, and how he ended up on the island. And how
he's involved.
Right, and how he knows the secrets, and how he plotted everything. So basically you learn about the shit in the basement.
Now,
and
if you don't know our podcast, because we're so small right now, we don't care about spoilers. We'll give a spoiler warning if you want.
I'll say it beforehand, but I'm still going to spoil it anyways. But
yeah.
So I didn't say what happens in the basement, but I'll jump into a little bit now. So, basement, they figure out that the Titans are essentially made out of certain people who have a connection to like the like a lineage of Titans, essentially, a certain race of people who can turn into them, and the town that's outside, basically the world outside of the island where the Titans are. Whenever they find those people, they outcast them to the island to either be killed or turn into Titans with the rest of them. And Aaron instead was able to survive, and the people who live in the wall and everything didn't know that Aaron's dad was one of the lineage of the Titans and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so the secret's out for the people who are in the walls now. And I think the next arc, which is I think the final season coming out next year,
is where they invade or something?
Is going to be the last in the invasion and everything like that, which is I haven't read the manga at that point, but people say it's their favorite part of the manga.
I read the manga up to like maybe 20 chapters before that, so I was really close.
Right.
That's why I didn't bother watching it, because I just read on and they didn't update it fast enough for my website I was using. So,
but yeah,
this is a surprise to me, because from the way you told me, I thought they were. You said they were like biological weapons for like this war or something like that, and they immediately thought of Claymore and how this would be the greatest Italian ever.
Basically, that's what I thought of whenever I learned all the secrets. Was like, dude, this is like just like Claymore, like in different ways. But Claymore has that whole aspect of like different continents where there's like this whole other world of beasts and monsters where these weapons are sent over to murder and kill and. It's way worse on another place and all this stuff, which unfortunately they never got into in Claymore. They kind of abandoned that. I don't think the writer wanted to write any more Claymore, so he did
write a prequel, so he focused on that, I believe.
Yeah, but he didn't focus on the other continent with that was supposed to be way more crazy than.
Do anything else after that?
So Claymore finished a few years back now. I don't know if he's actually started another series or not.
If I remember correctly, he was on Shonen Jump, right?
Yeah.
And if I remember Shonen Jump, unless there's certain rules that they have, unless you're special, like the creator of the Hunter x Hunter and all that stuff, you should have a 1-year contract to make something after you finishing up something or canceling something.
He very well could have been special because he was on there for what, like 15 years or something like that, writing constantly. So maybe, but we'll see.
Then we got Kubo.
But let me jump into They didn't go into that anymore, which I was sad about because I wanted to learn about the other continent. But Attack on Titan will kind of go into that, and that's what I've heard in the mangas. This part was really good because of the whole siege, on the Wall Maria, I think, or Wall Rose, whichever one it was, and that fucking arc was crazy. And then they had the basement arc, and now they're gonna have the invasion and everything.
Hold that thought.
Yeah.
Who says walls don't work? Alright, sorry, I had to do it.
We're gonna build a wall and make the Titans
pay for it
into them.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That was one of the plot twists there.
Yeah, the walls are the Titans.
It's taking a little bit of time for the wall jokes to happen, and I'm kind of glad they're picking up steam slightly.
It is good timing now, especially with that. But anyways, let me get out of this. So Attack on Titan final season's happening next year. It should be a banger. And I'm looking forward to it. So otherwise, I'm not fully caught up on this, but I've been watching it fairly consistently. Something that you picked up on, Carolyn Tuesday.
I finished it.
Oh, you finished it?
Complete.
Dang, I'm not finished. Wait, it's not actually finished yet, is it?
Netflix it is. To be continued. Episode 12.
Well, I know. Oh no, you're behind.
Oh.
I've watched up to like.
Is the second season now?
Yeah. It's been well. Netflix still only does it in full chunks. They don't do it in episodes.
You're right. So I'm caught up on season 1.
So I'm on episode I think 15 or 16. So which is still behind. I think they're probably up at episode 20ish now. But so what do you think of season 1? The first half, I guess.
It's beautiful. The reason it took me so long was the Xbox in front of me and the laptop right in front of me don't have my brother's Netflix account, which I usually use the Chromecast, but every now and then, like, my mom would use the tablet, and because we moved here, she's been using it a lot more frequently. And I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna take a tablet away just so I can watch this anime. And then at some point, I was just like, oh yeah, it's on Netflix, isn't it? And when I went to go visit Cindy, we ended up watching it on German dub, like 1 or 2 episodes. No, 1 episode, and then I just finished it all on one day. In the day we were supposed to have the podcast, and I was so frustrated that I was just like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna work on this project while watching Carol on Tuesday."
Yeah.
And I realized, oh yeah, this is a dub. Fuck it, I'm gonna be working on this more anyway, so I'll just watch it in a glance. And what was supposed to be a 30-minute job became a 4-hour job because I was so into fucking Carol on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna fuck. You can't tell me they're not.
Yeah, so Carol on Tuesday, if you didn't know, is written by Shinichiro Watanabe. That's the creator of Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah. So
and Space Dandy.
Space Dandy is a show I can't get into, but it's fun. People like it, and
it's very fun.
I like it.
Yeah.
But I also, it's not my anime.
I can feel that, but I mean, they had a whole song about ass.
Yeah, that's the
Fat
one
asses.
thing. That's the one thing I can get behind. But I really did not like Space Dandy. But I like the plot.
There's some good shit.
That's some good.
But anyway,
plot.
so the writing is fucking phenomenal. The animation's amazing. Like art style, great.
All right. So, quick question though.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Carol and Tuesday girl? Out of all of them, that includes the Creeper.
Damn, that's a hard one.
Just pick one.
I actually like Tuesday a lot. That's a girl I can marry.
That's the girl. I have a soft spot for rich girls who have so much inexperience, and I feel you, bro. I really do. But I'm more into brats, and so I'm going for Angela, especially since she had a character arc that she's kind of changed as a person slightly. Like she's still kind of bratty.
Yeah.
If anything, she's got a huge ego.
Right.
But I really liked her character,
and like Angela.
It went. For me, like, kind of not liking her and expecting her to just, like, fall flat on her face when she gets destroyed by Carol and Tuesday, to, I can fuck this girl.
Well, you still have a bit to go, so you haven't gone through the...
Does she get worse, or does she get better?
Well, you haven't been through the American Idol type of thing yet,
They finished that, yeah.
Okay, they already finished
it. So, they won. The end was
the
tie. They won.
That was the end of it? Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I will have to make this comment, though. On that episode specifically, I believe that's the same episode where they break Tuesday out, right? From her like manor mansion.
That was the episode after they finished. They tied because they got at the end of that episode she got taken, and then the episode after they broke her out.
Yeah, they broke her out. So that's the last episode of that season, and they win American Idol. I mean Mars Idol.
They finished it.
Yeah, they finished it.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
So my issue with it is, I had it on subtitles too.
Right.
And when the coach is talking about his experience about his bandmates and how this relationship didn't work out, the so specifically mentioned she, which would mean the girl he brought in to like help them out for the music video.
Okay.
You know,
right.
The one with the do hair and all that stuff.
What's his name's his old ex-wife?
His ex-wife, basically. Yeah. The issue was in the dub, he kept saying he, and I'm just like, wait, hold up, brah, you're confusing me. He's your wife. If I'm assuming you mean he, your ex-wife. Did that mean she became a she, or is this just some translation thing that happened and they just did not fix that in the script edit?
I didn't really catch on that, so I don't know.
Oh, it's the dub only thing.
Okay.
It's like the English dub only.
Got it.
And I was just like, what the fuck's going on? Because the subtitle says she, and it would make sense if it was that girl, his ex-wife, because she was in the band. But he kept saying, yeah, ever since he went and all this shit, I felt bad and I didn't try to get him back. I'm just like, please stop. It don't make sense. Either you mean this is like an accidental thing, or this was deliberately done.
But yeah, the subtitles were all she. It should have been.
Yeah, it should have been she.
I remember,
yeah, it should have been she.
That's what I remember.
So I'm assuming this was like a
I guess a
a
choice that they
directed
made.
choice.
Yeah, I guess
and
so. Yeah.
It's Netflix. Netflix has their agendas. I can't blame them.
Fair enough.
But I can't blame them. So fuck them.
Another thing, this season, or I guess 2 things are still airing. How heavy are the dumbbells you lift?
I have not watched a single episode of that.
One of my favorite shows. Actually good lifting information, unlike that you get on a lot of other places.
I can vouch for this because I've read the manga.
Yeah, legitimately good advice, because it's really hard to find good advice. Like people who don't tell you, or they tell you don't stretch before exercising and stuff like that. They actually have the research in front of them that that you can read, and they cite it. They actually cite the fucking research papers in the anime, which is fucking hilarious.
You mean like a link? You just cut out the link, photocopy.
I mean, they just say, oh no, this institution, did a study on this, and showed that it gives, fucking like 3-4% less strength performance. And
the reason I haven't checked that stuff, because I know it's there. The problem is, with scanlators, they're really shitty in the fact that they really make that really micro sentence thing really small, and it strains my eyes a lot. So I just never bother reading them.
But yeah, in the
I
anime,
believe you.
But in the anime, they actually go into it, which I think is awesome.
How far does it get in though?
They go pretty deep in, like with as far as like anatomy and as far as, or are you talking about like episode
wise? Yeah.
They're at like what episode, like 8, 10? Actually, is this?
What do you remember?
What is today's date? I've only
21.
watched 2 weeks until the next season starts, so they probably at like episode 11 or 12 now.
Now, what was episode of the reason? Actually, I'll let you finish, but you gotta let me know what the latest episode for season 1.
I'm not caught up. I'm like at episode 5 or 6.
Right, what do you remember?
They introduced a teacher going to the gym.
Yes,
teacher.
She's the best. She's the best.
You had the sauna contest. Everyone trying to stay in the sauna as long as they can.
Brah.
Great stuff.
Good shit.
But anyways, it's fucking hilarious. If you're looking for something funny, something etchy, and with good lifting advice, that's what you go for.
It's a very good lewd anime / manga.
If you don't like watching like buff dudes telling you like legitimate information on YouTube, just go there, because you can get good information from your anime and be entertained. At the same time.
That's one of the draws that got me into dumbbell, and it was on my recommendation on this app I use. And what else have you been watching?
Vinland Saga. So I'm honestly not very caught up on it. But I'm like at 4 or 5 episodes, which obviously they're at like 11 now or something like that. 10, 11.
I'm watching it on Prime Video. They're on 10.
Okay, 10. Yeah.
How caught up are you?
3 or 4. So this is after they get attacked on the.
You're killing me, man.
I know, man. I haven't watched shit this season,
dude.
Been busy.
I mean, yeah, well, shit, dude. I took break from Destiny just like to watch anime for a week.
Dude, I don't have a week. So it is.
I mean, I only have 3 hours in the day for like out of 4 out of 7.
I've got like 1 or 2 right now.
Ooh, I mean, you got school, so that's why.
Exactly. I got school and
so
work.
That makes sense, brah. Okay, I can at least tell you, you're on episode 5. You got past the training arc, right?
No.
Okay, so you're past the part where Swords dies finally.
Yes. That's what happened last year.
I want to tell you more.
Well, I've read the manga past that, but I want to just like experience it through the anime. So,
could I?
Of course, if you want to.
All right. So where I'm at is where they fight.
It's been a few years since I actually watched or read the manga. So
I've mentioned the manga a few times and how much I like this one character who's near episode 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, and he's this guile like. He's the guy in the intro, right, episode 1, with the fucking like blonde hair sticking up, like fucking guile and all that shit.
Right.
Fucking roided up and like can like fucking chuck logs at you like they're fucking nothing.
Right.
Yeah, this guy is my jam. He's my boy. Like I love him because he's this fucking mad lad who just wants nothing but battle. And he'll fucking like yell at you across from a fucking like, come fight me! Don't be bitches! Fuck, get over here! And he's just like so fucking pissed off because he's so into battle and he hates peace. He's so miserable and depressed that he'll get into a fucking in the manga a spat between 2 girls. It's like, there's a fight here? Can I get in? He's so thirsty for battle, man. It's great. But Yeah, it's roughly around that part where like Sorfin got his ass whipped by him and
Right.
he got out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna enjoy it, man, because it's beautifully animated.
Oh yeah.
There's some jank I've noticed in some of the episodes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes they go CG and it looks a little off, but
they go like off CG isn't bad because well, remember what came before that, Berserk.
Right. So I'm not going to go into that too much more. I did forget I finished Isekai Quartet. Watch that if you've watched a couple of ReZero, fucking Konosuba Overlord, or
I gotta get into it.
It's fucking hilarious.
I can't find it anywhere, so I'd have to download it.
Yeah, it's a short one though. There's it's only a few episodes, or it's like 6 to 8 minutes per episode. It's nice and short. Mm-hmm. And then speaking of ReZero, I forced Santi to watch the last half of ReZero because he hadn't watched it. He watched the first half like a year ago, and I had him. You
want to fight me?
Do you know actually why I had him finish it? Is because I had to show him why Amelia's shit and Rim's better, and he agrees with me.
Bruh.
He agrees with me after he watched it all. He said, "You know what?
I don't care.
I fucking hate the show because he didn't pick Rim."
Listen here.
Well, actually, he did, but she rejected him.
Listen here.
Let's listen.
What she sees is a fucking mad lad literally suicide bombing to try to get to her. And that makes sense. Now, if you look at it through Subaru's perspective, yeah, she's a bitch. But through her perspective, he's an insane guy.
Right.
And she still, of course, he still makes his night.
Yeah.
Her night and all this shit. And he's gonna be pretty good later on. I haven't read the manga that much into it. But Jesus Christ, he stood his ground and picked the girl he wanted.
He didn't actually. Do you know what happened? Do you remember what happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
He gets kind of more or less banished out, and he's trying to like...
No, I'm talking about with the Rim part.
The Rim part? Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's run away together. Right?
Uh-huh.
And he says no.
No.
I love Amelia. No?
Rim said no. You don't even remember. He's the one
Wait. Okay. Was it midway towards
It was in the confession episode. She said no, and he was gonna do it 100%. He was like committed, but then she convinced him not to.
But then didn't she confess to him afterwards?
She said, "Yeah, I really do love you, but I'm gonna make sure you don't do this." He was committed. He was about to abandon her, Amelia, like a smart lad, but she, being the perfect waifu that she is.
It's been a while. It's been a while, and
after I saw that, I was like, "Damn!"
I just only remember the part. It's been a while, but I only remember the part, and I can't help but blame the internet because the rage boner that happened because of that.
Yeah, it did. It definitely skewed a lot of things. But if you rewatch it, she rejected him for the proposition, and convinced him to go back to Amelia.
I respect that, though. I still stand by my boy.
So you have to give more respect to my girl.
I give slightly more respect, but she still tried to what's the word? Home wreck.
She didn't though.
She tried.
No, she didn't.
She wanted to.
She said no. She said no. You go back to Amelia, basically. And then he was like, "Fuck. All right, I guess I will."
I love Amelia, bro. I fucking love. I still stand by my boy.
So now you've got me and Santi against you now because he knows.
I'm still an Amelia fan. But anyway, I love elf girls more than I love Oni girls.
Half elf.
Even better.
All right, let's bring it in. Let's get out of this section that we've been in for.
It's kind of salty, man. All right, so we've been playing video games. I'll leave it to you. Mine's short.
Okay.
Mine's sweet.
Mine's short too. So because I've been busy. So I've been playing, Path of Exile. I was playing more of that in the past few months. And
new league?
They had a new league just a week. 2 weeks ago come out.
Alright.
Which I didn't play too much. I was playing the previous one a lot. This one I haven't been playing because of another game I've been playing. World of Warcraft Classic. I'm back in that.
No.
It's back like I'm back in 2008 right now. Playing with a friend of mine who I actually met through World of Warcraft back in 2010. And I've been good friends with him ever since. He lived in Indiana and moved to Florida. And I've been like best friends with him like since I met him in WoW, and now we're playing WoW Classic together again.
I guess we really can't be friends anymore.
But it's a blast. We've been having a lot of fun with it. It's been really addicting.
Yeah.
And, basically, all the free time I'm not at work, doing school, or fucking go to the gym, I'm playing WoW Classic. Essentially.
Yeah. Okay. Now I respect the fact that you're playing. You're committed to World of Warcraft, just like I'm committed to Destiny. But World of Warcraft is a game I don't like.
Fair enough. I mean, you either love it or you hate it. It's one of those things.
I mean, I blame the twinks.
I could see that, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it'd be a fucking great match. He's my level. Why am I dying? Oh gee.
But now I'm in the leveling phase and I'm fucking crushing as a warrior. Like I can blow someone up in a second or two with the right combo. And I've got my buddy, he's healing, so me and him just rolling around like fucking people up. It's good times.
I mean, I remember. Do you do PvP?
Oh yeah, we're on one of the biggest servers in the game right now, and it's a PvP server, so there's PvP 24/7.
Like, so yeah. I remember just to tie in, playing Terra Online with DJ, and I'd be my shitty Lancer, level 25, trying to bait these like guys that try to kill me, and in the bushes would be a level 90 like or the supporter guy that throws like these orbs, like MP, HP, and all that stuff, and I'd just sneak in that bush, grab a health, and just come out like, oh, I'm ready, bitch, and just block, defend, and all that stuff. And when they got too close, he would come out of the bush like a fucking madman, smite them, and then go back in, and we just rinse and repeated all day until like a fucking level 90 his equal came, and he even stomped that guy because he couldn't be stopped.
Nice.
But yeah, dude, it's just, I'm assuming you've had those moments in WoW.
I mean, we're just at like normal level, but yes, sometimes like we're just like fighting, and like as a warrior, you can either just like completely fucking kill someone in 1 second or be killed in like 2 seconds. Like, and there's situations where like I had someone like chasing me across an entire zone, literally just chasing me on foot across the entire zone. I was at like 10% health or less even. And I was just running from them. I'm like, fuck, they're not going to stop chasing me. So I take a quick potion, literally just turn around, charge them, fucking kill them in 2 seconds flat after they chase me halfway across the zone.
I've had those moments a lot in Terra. Like,
it's fun.
I remember running across like on my Chocobo mount thing, and just like 3 people would be following me, and I'm just like, dude, I need to get to the next city. And I'm just looking at the map and clicking constantly on the mini map and praying they don't get close, and I'm just like, please, please. And they're just, it was so bad, man. But I made it. Yeah. And they were just so salty. But dude, I feel you. I haven't been able to play an MMO seriously. Yeah. Like that. And well, Destiny can't fix the hole left in the PvP aspect.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a while since I played like a true MMO. Probably Terra or close to that was my last like real one that I played. So
same.
But it's been a lot of fun. So what have you been playing?
That's all you've been playing?
Pretty much, yeah. Well, I mean, that's been like 2 months. It's just been like Path of Exile and a little bit of Slay the Spire. It's like a, I think I mentioned that last time, but it's a roguelike card game.
Is that the zombie? Oh no, different game.
It's a very cool game. Oh, and actually, I did play one more thing, which is Bloodstained, the Koji Igarashi game.
I have it right there in front of me.
Oh yeah, you do. You have it on the Switch right there.
On the Switch.
It's okay. So it's good, but as far as like a Castlevania or Metroidvania game, I would say it's kind of subpar, especially for like Koji Igarashi. When you look at his track history, I mean, he made Castlevania essentially what it is today, or not today, but what it was in the past when it was in its prime. And so it's like, if you're comparing it to like modern day, like high end Metroidvanias like Hollow Knight or Ori and the Blind Forest, it falls flat to those, but it's still a pretty good game. So
from what I played, when I was crashing with Santi after the move, I mean midway towards the move, where I got kicked out. Yeah, you know, it was fun.
It's like
I'm still stuck on the boat.
Oh, you haven't been anywhere.
I'm still stuck on there.
That's like the first 5 minutes out of like 20 hours.
Well, you see, because I took a break for this game.
Yeah.
called Darkest Dungeon afterwards. So I played a little bit of Bloodstained.
Right.
And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a break from this and figure it out later.
Yeah.
In Darkest Dungeon, next thing you know, I have like almost a full list of level 4s.
Right.
And I'm still feeding. I'm close to beating the Necromancer, but I'm mostly focused on trying to like get the gear, get money, fix people up from their addictions. You know, whoring people out.
Right.
And yeah, you know, it just got addicting that even Santi was like intrigued by the gameplay of it. And it's a turn-based RPG with like very fucking cruel elements of it.
Roguelike, but like very cruel.
It's so punishing. Like it has a lot of RNG, you know, randomness. Like
very RNG heavy. Where things can either be amazing for you or super bad for you, like in an instant.
I had this, and I was so sad because Sonny watched this too. Where I had this dwarf guy with his shield and club, and he was my tank, just destroying and shit. And like the next thing I know, we're in this situation where okay, we've got all these undead. Okay, we'll be fine. Kill one of them, and this is turn 3, I believe. And the necromancer shows up, apprentice, and I'm just like, shit. And I couldn't run away because it kept failing, and I was just so frustrated. And so I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna commit. And this guy was literally on how do I think it was he was on ultra depression with only 2 HP, going to death, being healed by 2 of my healers, and you know, being like, you know, getting out of a critical, and then just like going back to crit in depression, and just breaking through with just all these godly fucking roll stats where he's like he breaks. So I'm just like, dude, you're gonna fucking die next turn, please. Oh no, he's gonna panic, he's gonna break. Dude, go! And he just smashed. He killed those fucking like ghost things and all that stuff. And unfortunately, Triathy might, and he could have probably beat the Necromancer to death in 2 turns. But he died. He broke. He you know, his luck ran out after like probably like almost 10 fucking turns. He just did not want to die. And when he died, I'm just like, he was the one keeping me here in this battle. Can I get out? I got out. Fuck. Call my losses. Get out.
Yeah.
And it was so great. And unfortunately, another person died. A critical healer died because he got out of the room, panicked, and died. And it's the shaman turban guy, if you know who he is. The one that does the blood magic.
Okay.
Yeah, that guy.
Right, yeah.
He did not make it. He got out of the battle, and he could have been fine, but he broke, and it wasn't in his favor, and he had a heart attack. Next game I've been playing, you know, eventually I gotta go back to Destiny 2. It's been a lot of neat stuff, considering this Iron Banner, this is the last Iron Banner for the season. I've been trying to farm for this heavy grenade launcher that's OP. I did a few raids with these people, and Jesus fucking Christ, I wanna, if I ever worked at Bungie and get high up, I wanna fire the fucking guy who fucking made this like speeder fucking like puzzle thing, because apparently you're supposed to speed through and go all the way to the end of the map while being chased by this Indiana Jones-esque fucking flaming servitor thing. So it's a giant orb on fire, and it's basically Indiana Jones. You're running away from that thing.
Right. And
we didn't know this at the time, but you didn't have to activate these buttons by like just going past them and just booping them with your scooter, and they turn from red to green. Okay. And we didn't know we didn't need to do that. We could have just gone all the way to the end, meleeed these things, because that was the mechanic, to turn the switches on and close the door on the fucker to not kill us. And we were there for 1.5 hours just trying to fucking do this. And eventually some guy that joined us rando was like, oh yeah, you don't have to, you just run through the end. I'm just like,
so what's the point of this then?
You get a fucking chest out of it with guaranteed good gear. And as tempting as that was, because I really want the exotic gold grenade launcher they have. It was not worth the suffering of doing it. And we almost got it too. We were just missing one. We did not, for the life of us, know where it was. Or so with all those people trying to do it, we're all getting the switches, but no one really communicated which switch they got or all this stuff.
Gotcha.
We just wiped so many times, and unfortunately, the reset happened, so we didn't get to the boss part when we continued before the reset. So I'm trying to do it again, but I know what to do now, so it's great. Another game I've been playing. I needed a break from Destiny 2 every now and then, besides the farming and all that stuff for resources. Let me see, what was it? I have it here. Monster Hunter. Okay. You know, there was some prep I did for Iceborne. I'll get the DLC eventually, because Iceborne's this new DLC that kind of did the I would call it a Forsaken-esque kind of like a, you know, Destiny kind of Forsaken expansion where like it changes up a lot and all that stuff. And you know, Cindy, who's the Monster Hunter fucking master in our group, ended up carrying me, her friend, and my friend Raul, which you've met in Anime Expo. She ended up carrying us to get these kind of good gear to prep us into Iceborne. And I didn't get Iceborne yet, but at least I'll be ready for like a monster, because it changes a lot of the mechanics. And I had a great time playing that as a break from Destiny. And then there's the game we always play, Azure Lane.
Azure Lane. Yeah, I did mention that, but obviously I'm playing that. So after the 1 year anniversary event, I finally got Aurora, and I hit number 1 on the collection.
Yeah, you fucking prick.
And I'm still in number 1, which there's a lot of people that are number 1 now, maybe like 50 with max scrolls, but I am on the oldest server, so I mean I'm kind of in the biggest pool of people who are old school. But I'm up there. I've got every single girl possible. What's that?
I'm a close second.
Small flex.
In a I can baby flex right here because I'm in our social circle. I'm second.
It's true.
Not counting Santiago's lead, who's the most absolute.
He's a whale.
He's a space whale, man. Like if there's a problem he can't do on his own, he'll solve it with money.
Just throws money at it.
Yeah, and I know that feeling, and I hated doing it when I had to do it for a different game. This was like a freshman year of college. Literally, probably like $600 I spent in a span of 6 months before that game shut down. So it was you get those life lessons, and it was better it happened then.
No, I spent probably senior of high school or after 1 or 2 years after high school, I was playing a phone game.
You might as well pour me a bit.
Valkyrie Crusade, and I was like one of the top in that game as well. And it was a big like Chinese game, so there was like Chinese people who were sharing accounts, and I was trying to compete with them. And I dumped like 300 in one event, and that was the only money I ever spent on the game. Was like dumping that much to get a very, very broken card in that to put in my team.
Did the game shut down?
Actually, it's still going today. But I don't have access to that account anymore, and I don't even want it.
What happened to the account?
It was on an older email, which I don't have access to anymore, so it got hacked and busted, and I abandoned the account, so... But I dumped like 300 in one event.
At least you learned a lesson.
I did. And,
honestly, gambling's a bitch. This is why... This is the main reason, on top of the effects of what I've seen gambling... I've seen terrible things in my lifetime about gambling that made me never want to touch a casino, enter a casino, be miles within a casino ever again. And I broke that taboo with this app game, and it was a life lesson.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't.
Yeah.
And I was just like, and unfortunately for one of my buddies, he wanted to go to a casino, and I just absolutely refused. And I didn't care if it was his birthday. I just was like, no, I can't. I'm on principle, I cannot do this.
I have that problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't be in a casino.
And plus, I get bored. What's there to do besides looking at these machines and all that stuff?
I mean, you can play machines. You can play like poker, blackjack, whatever, and roulette.
And I don't know how to play blackjack. Any of those games, I don't know how to play.
I mean,
but I did go to Vegas once, and it was a great arcade. And if I could make this fucking little flex, I'm a fucking good laser tag person. I mean, no, not laser tag. You know those like laser beam things you maneuver through and all that stuff.
Okay.
I ended up. Okay, so you can't see the lasers really, but you can see the light of where it is, and so you're trying to maneuver through, kind of not really dodge them. You're like navigating through them, not Mission Impossible style.
Okay.
And if I didn't want to be a big dick about it, and I could have taken the jacket off that I had,
right?
And I made it almost all the way through until the point where my jacket literally touched the laser beam near the end, and it was a really tight corner, and I was just like, damn, almost made it.
You should have used the secret, the baby powder.
I would, dude. Actually, no, that's bullshit. Because any form of fucking powder, it's really hard.
Most of it will trigger.
Most of it will trigger. Like Mythbusters did a thing about it. It's like, it's really hard to do this. You're better off just fucking like guessing.
Right.
Yeah. And I had a great time. Unfortunately, I went with toxic people. But I had a great time.
They're really fun.
I was blissed out of my mind.
Only time I gambled in Vegas, I was up like $80, and then I went down like $80.
Only time I ever went to a casino was with my mom. I went from 20 to 100 to 0, and then I went to my mom. Yeah, let's get out of here and get dinner.
I went to negative, and so
you can go to negative.
Well, I mean, you start with 20,
go
up, and then you keep putting in money, and you lose all that. So you essentially negative that much.
I just when I lost the money I earned, I was like, I had 20. Okay, I lost 20. Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
And I go to my mom, and I'm just looking at her play this stupid slot machine with puppies on it. Cute, different puppies on it. And I'm just like, 198. How much did you put on here? 600. Yeah, we're going.
Jesus.
Okay, it's probably like 300, 400. But like, it's probably, I wouldn't doubt if she could have put 600. Because she probably went through a few machines.
Yeah.
But man, like, gambling... It's one of those things I don't like.
Some people.
Unfortunately, though, I play out their lane.
I'm lucky. I don't really whale that much in there. I buy like a pack every now and then if it's like a skin pack or something. But I just grind my fucking ass off in that game.
I punish myself every time I buy cubes, just so I can get a girl, and it's only desperation when I do it.
Yeah.
And only one time did I despite me buying cubes, I've never spent more than when I bought oil for Dutchland. So just to put that in there.
I did get her skin on the recent pack.
I bought her skin after getting the 29 bundle. And the first skin I got was Belfast. I was like, I like this. Thank you. By Dutchland and by there's another girl there.
Monarch. There's
a Monarch. Wait, Monarch had a skin? Yeah, I probably got it. I wouldn't doubt it. I love Monarch.
Yeah, there's a few good girls.
I love me redheads, and I love me knee-high fucking stockings and thighs.
Tight dresses.
Great. But this event has been killing me because it's been like a week and a half, right?
This event, yeah.
Yeah, a week and a half since this event, and I finally get Julius Caesar. It's Julius Cesare? Or something like that?
There's no, it's not
It's the white-haired one with the short skirt.
There's
maybe?
Cole.
I had every other girl except for this one.
I know who you're talking about. I'll bring her up right now. Just keep going.
I finally got her, and I'm just like, please. And I've been doing it through free cubes, because I paid cubes. Like about $20, and then didn't get it, and I'm just like, I'm gonna take my chances. And a week and a half later, a lot of suffering.
Conte de Cavour.
That's not her.
That is her.
No.
That's the only white-haired girl in this event.
No.
The blue girl?
No. Go to the builds. I can show you. That one.
Oh. Guilio.
It's Julius, technically.
Guilio.
Guilio Cesar. It's Julius Caesar, man.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's a meme about it. It's like, yo, you should really change it. This is fucking... Yeah, but anyways, yeah, it doesn't matter. I finally got her. She was the last girl I needed. And I'm just like, yes. I'm fucking tired of getting Formidable and fucking Zara. I got Zara 3 times in a row in the same pull. And I was upset. I was like...
I wish I could get some shit like that.
Fuck off. She's not Honolulu.
I spent fucking 8 of my gold fucking Boolins trying to fully full limit break them for the event chat skin.
Unfortunately for me, I've been lucky.
Yeah.
The only ones I have to limit break with Boolins is the green haired girl. I think she's an SSR.
Yeah, that's Littorio.
Littorio.
I actually pulled her twice, and she's the fucking most rare one.
You can farm her, right?
No, you can buy her for 8,000 points.
Yeah, I did too.
I bought her for that, but I only pulled her once.
The event currency.
Or no, I pulled her twice, and I bought her.
Yeah.
So I could save some Boolins.
I don't care about my Boolins. They're expendable.
I mean, I have like 40 purples and like 5 golds, so that's why I'm like.
Okay, okay. I'm low on purples and I have a shit ton of golds.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I do have like 3. I think I already limit broke almost 2 out of 5, I believe.
I think I've done like 4 of them. I need 1 more to get the little chat thing.
Yeah, and that's not including the things you have to do for the other girls like Yorktown.
Oh, I did all that. Stuff. Yeah.
I haven't done that yet. But I broke. I did. A few of those because I was on D.
So basically, what we're talking about, there's an event where if you use Ajax, York, Illustrious, or who's the last one? Warspite.
Warspite.
Then in certain levels, then you can get these points. Where if you get enough points, then you get
an icon, a chat icon.
Chat
right?
icon, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just collecting all those. So.
Yeah. I got Illustrious and Warspite done. I need to do Yorktown and the other.
Not Yorktown, just York.
Yorkie.
Just York.
Alright, I have to get her. And there's a joke here where like I was so frustrated for a few days that I didn't know why I wasn't getting these points.
Mm-hmm.
And then and he kept feeding you contributed to this confusion.
Oh yeah.
And then I realized because of Santi that those numbers were dates.
Yeah.
At the top. And I was like, oh.
I was just like, "Can you read?" And then you were just like frustrated, and I was like, "All right, he doesn't get it, so I'm just gonna stay quiet. I'm just gonna feed him and be like, oh, why aren't you getting points?" And then our football son was like, "Yeah, why aren't you getting points? I finished mine." And then you were like, "What the fuck?"
Hey, I'd rather. Okay. I'm at work when I play Azure Lane. I don't have the time to really look at my screen that time. The most I can do is stop midway through my work.
Right.
Pull out a wheel so I know where I stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Tap. Go to the next fight. Engage or attack technically, and fuck off to fucking continue the set. And then grab my rewards when I finish the table. and I don't have the time to look at my screen because it's punishable by death at work. Because I work with a torch and gasoline and propane.
Yeah, unfortunately, since I got my new job, I can't play at work at all. When I used to play all the time at work, I cannot play a single.
I feel great.
I can't play a single minute at work.
Behold my power.
So I literally work right next to my boss all the time because I'm in the high end, the marketing, right next to him and our operations manager. So I can't be fucking around right there. Imagine if you were working
especially
literally.
Since you just started there, right?
I've been there a few months, but yeah, still. But imagine if I was your boss and you were working this close to me. Though. Well, yeah, but what if your boss wasn't, and he was working this close to you all day long?
If anything, I feel sad for Sony because his boss lets him get away with it.
Sometimes.
And he's a super whale.
Yeah.
And stuff's happening with him that I won't get into detail. I'll let him do it when he gets here.
Yeah, my boss is cool, but he's like, he wants you to work when you're working. He's obviously, but so I don't fuck around at work. I get away with it because I work with a lot of temps. So because I'm hired on. I get that flex over them, and I don't lord it over. I just keep to myself and shit. But I do my work, and so at some point they just stopped giving a fuck, and so I'm just like, Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, they don't care. My lead's cool with it,
Yeah.
and the only one who's given me flack is my manager.
Yeah.
But even then, he knows I do my work, and it's just like a lot of human error has been happening recently. So
yeah.
and not on my part, it's in another department, and then with our temps. And it's been bad, but it's not going towards me.
Yeah.
So
Fair enough.
yeah, fair enough. It's been good. It's been good. I get away with Azure Lane.
All right. So, well, anyways, we've been on
We're
Azure
done.
Lane for
We're
a while.
done.
You done?
We're done.
Let's
We're
move
done
on.
with this movie. All right. You do know what we have to do for this next one, right?
What do we gotta do?
We're in reading.
Oh, ask me what I've been reading, or I can't do it. No.
Yeah, I can't do it. Dab. So what have you been reading, Sean?
Reading my amendments, you know.
Always
Reading
a
my
good-
Miranda rights.
Yeah, always a good thing, you know. Yeah, the jack shit.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I have to put
No, yeah, I haven't really read
your homework.
my homework every day.
There you go.
Yeah.
You've been reading your
Physics and programming.
All right.
Amazing.
So
You bust into this bad boy, and I'll be
I
right
have
back
to.
in 2 minutes.
I have two things I'm gonna do, so you'll probably be back. So I've been reading the Yu-Gi-Oh manga. I don't know what chapter I'm on, but I'm at the chapter where Weevil Underwood finally gets rid of Exodia. You know, the mythical fucking like scene where he just tosses Exodia out into the ocean, ruining Yugi's deck forever and all that stuff. It's just been such a blast reading the manga and trying to like see the difference between the Japanese manga and the 4Kids fucking censored animation of it. All of it. It's been a blast fucking seeing it all. And the next thing I've been reading is Vinland Saga chapter 164. This one, last time I left off, it was during the Baltic Sea arc, where a lot of shit's been happening, where John Vikings are fighting this tribe of these other Vikings led by Sorkel, a guy you'll know in the anime as this fucking roided up dude who throws fucking logs at fucking people as weapons, will fucking use a log as a fucking weapon, a fucking mask. He's got that much strength to fucking like flex over people, and he loves battle, and he's been my favorite character. The thing about is it's a little bit after where I finished that arc of Vinland Saga. You missed Yu-Gi-Oh, by the way.
Good.
Yeah. Say goodbye to Exodia.
Say goodbye to Exodia.
Dude, he's so cool.
I can't even do the voice high enough. Like,
Say goodbye. I can't do it. I can't.
You're closer to
I'm
it.
closer, but dude, it's so bad. But Vinland Saga, I finished the Baltic Sea arc, and it's at the arc where like Thorfinn goes back to Iceland or Greenland.
Iceland, I think.
Iceland. It's still a bad place to live, apparently. Because it's still fucking cold, it's hard, and all that shit. So he's back at home, basically. He ended up seeing a bit of his family, making peace, and preparing to go towards Vinland. You know, with Leif Erikson and his party. And he has a girl, by the way, joining him, who came from this tribe. You've probably seen the dude with the chain, that lord who like wanted his slave back.
Yes.
Yeah. He has a son who kind of looks like him in his younger days and all that stuff.
Okay.
And that guy has been chasing this girl because he was supposed to be forcibly married to her for like the sake of like uniting this minor fucking house of farmers and all this shit. And she doesn't want to get married to him, and he wants to marry her because he doesn't want to marry her, but he has to because of his heritage. His dad wants him to do it, and she fucking ran away, so he takes offense to that. Chases him around the world, gets captured, gets enslaved, then goes into battle and like proves himself as a noble warrior and shit. Gets freed, becomes a special forces unit to go fight the John Vikings, which you've probably seen as the badass Vikings in the Vinland Saga, right?
Yeah.
You know, the one that got the spear chucked into him in that negotiation.
Yeah. That was like episode 2 of the thing, and it's in the manga.
Yeah, he infiltrated this base just so he can get the girl back, and then near the end he's like, you don't want to get married to me, huh? And she's like, no, I don't. I want to like do this. Then why are you with this guy? Huh? Yeah, you like him, right? He's like, no, I don't like this guy. Thorfinn.
Right.
And she's like, okay, no, you like him. This is the dude who, the son who gets enslaved.
Right.
Son of that guy. Chain user.
Yeah.
Nothing on fucking Karapka. For chain user. This guy's more OP than fucking Karapka.
I don't know about that, but
I don't know, man. He fucking when you fucking throw a fucking chain around your neck just so you could fucking whip it to hit this guy in the eye because he's behind you. That's badass.
But can he wrap around someone's heart?
That's don't make it gay, man. I'm not convinced Krapka's not a girl. I'm kidding. I know he's a girl.
I was like, what?
I mean, he's a guy.
Yeah.
But he's like, brah, okay, I'll make a deal with you. You confess to him, and he says no, you're marrying me. And if he says yes, you go with him, and I'll go back empty-handed.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, no, I can't do that. I'll be married. I'll go marry you. She's like, no. You go, you're a fucking coward, and she takes offense to that and fucking stormed off angrily so she could confess to Thorfinn, and he leaves because he's like, she's gonna be engaged to him, and I have this other girl at home and all that shit, because he had to be forced to this marriage, but he had this girl on the side,
right,
who was his actual love life, and he wants to marry, and he, I want to go back to the Thorfinn group. But it was with him and his family, and he basically wants to break off from his dad and just adventure because he knows his little small nation, little land thing isn't prepared to fight the mainlanders, and one day they'll get retribution against all the things they've done, all the raiding. And son stands up to his dad, pisses his dad off, but his dad's proud too because his boy is finally breaking it off on his own, making it big. And I respect that, and it's been a heartwarming chapter, arc to read. But I really want to know if Thorfinn said yes to this girl. I want it, but it's been lagging, and that's all I've been reading in manga-wise. Now, Sean, you have the book.
I was gonna show it, so
I'll stand. Are you gonna stand up?
I got you.
All right.
You just explain to what it is.
I went to Little Tokyo with a few friends of mine recently. And I had the choice of getting the Azulane art book or this, and it was not a hard choice to make.
Making of the movie?
Yeah, so it's a bunch of, you can flip through carefully, you got all these stills, and you have some of these, like, concept arts. That's a motorball rink right there. Yeah. And they have like excerpts from like how
there's
this
tons
whole
of shit
thing
here for every single character, for every like little scenario.
They even have the background of how Alita was made, because it literally began because this was gonna be canned because of Avatar. He was like, I want to make an Alita thing, but I also want to make Avatar, and it was literally 50-50, where he could have picked Alita or Avatar, and he picked Avatar. And he still wanted to play around with Battle Angel, Alita, or Alita Battle Angel, whichever one you want to call it. The first one's my choice.
Oh yeah, so Alita Battle Angel is the movie, and technically Battle Angel Alita is the manga.
Yeah,
and the way they do the movie.
Yeah,
the naming,
or at least the naming in the West.
Right.
The other one is called the Japanese. The original is called Gundam. And literally, it wasn't going to be made for another few years until Robert Rodriguez, kicked it with him for a little bit, had dinner, and then like before he left, he's like, "Yo, so what are you gonna do about this Alita movie?" And James Cameron, being the guy he is, busy and all, do you have 15 minutes? Asking him if he had 15 minutes to hear him tell his idea of what he wanted to do with Battle Angel, and the ball got rolling from there, and he got the movie, and I'm so happy. I kid you not. I'm glad I got this art book. Concept art, and
it's got a lot of stuff in there.
It's meaty. It's if I can hold it up,
it's about 160 pages or something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty thick. It looks, because the camera looks pretty thin. But it's this wide. It's pretty thick.
I mean, we're talking about like 10 by 10 or something like that, like wide and like about.
Yeah, it looks 10 by 10. A little bit, maybe like 11 by 10.
Yeah, maybe, but like 100 and something, 180 pages or something like
and
that.
if I can find the favorite page I have, should be.
No, there's over 200. There's like 250, almost 250. It's pretty meaty.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of pages, and like it's got full concept for every little like character and scenario. In the movie.
Like there's this motorball scene right here. I'm gonna have to get up. I'm breaking the spine. I'm not good at this. Alright, so you got that right here. And that's not even the one I want to show you.
Yeah.
That's, I gotta find that real fast. Like, it's a really detailed art book.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there. I was like kind of cruising through it before we started here, and
it's
I mean, every little piece, like, it talks about like every little piece of design about Alita, like her heart, her
down to the his, Ito's exoskeleton he made for his daughter.
Right.
The heart.
Yeah, it's got everything in there, so it's definitely well made, and if you like Alita at all, then
it was worth it. Also, this is my favorite fucking panel right there. It's cute. It's honestly cute. Tell me you don't like that.
It's like a mix of like the old and the new style.
Yeah, like a lot of these are concept arts they did for storyboarding and all that stuff, and pitching,
right?
So they could get funding, and even then it's still good. It's not great.
Nice.
Not toxic. Here you go. Just put it like on the side, where my bed is.
Go for it.
Yeah. Are you gonna hold it?
No, I'm just putting the cover back on.
No, that's all I've been reading.
All right, let's bring it in. For another one.
What are you doing, Sean?
Gotcha.
I feel like we're gonna break these cups eventually. I'll bring metal one day. News. I'll start this one quick.
Tsundere Pizza by Domino's in Japan.
You have the news, the good news, right?
I don't really have too much news, honestly, because I didn't want to browse through 2 months of news. So if you have any things, I'll pitch in, but I only have one piece of news, which I'll mention later.
Well,
so you're not salty.
Yesterday, Area 51.
Yeah, Area 51 happened.
The raid happened.
Yeah. Alien, what do they call it? Alien stock or whatever.
It was basically alien stock, and my god, they fucking have. I'm surprised the fucking people working there, because they already have alien fucking merch and shit.
Right.
They made a Naruto runner shirt. It's just like, plus you got people Naruto running. It's beautiful. Like,
it's great memes and shit. Like it was a lot of great memes. Like there was people with funny ass signs. There was Naruto runners.
There's a guy who did like a Snapchat of like it's like GPS thing.
Oh yeah,
and then,
GPS thing.
He's running away with an alien, a blow up alien. Yeah. It kind of looked legit. It was hilarious. The memes it's beautiful.
Yeah, there's some great.
And I want to see the live stream for this because it might have been a really hype thing. I don't know if people were there for like the alien stock thing. Like it was a music festival.
Yeah, there was like music and like all this stuff. Yeah, so it was like.
And it's a big camping trip because
more or less.
Bitch. I mean, pardon for the girl who did this. She's a mad genius. She has acres of land and she rented it out for an insane amount of money. You know, it's more than a fucking. And I've been to a good campgrounds for $20. And this person probably charged quadruple that.
Yeah.
And my god, it was a lot of money than I wanted to pay for like just me.
Right.
And I guess it's for a campground thing, but I think you have to pay per person, and that adds up a lot. So like, I can't get people to go. I have no ride over there. I'll go next year, and I'm gonna go next year. Would you be down to go
to Area 51?
Yeah.
No.
I mean they were ready. They were.
I mean, you could camp there with all your shit, but it's like
alien stuff, man.
Compared to like how we went in the mountains up in fucking Mount Rainier, that was amazing.
It was beautiful.
There's shit out in the fucking desert out there. It's ugly.
But it's a music festival. If it's gonna be a music festival, and if it's gonna be bigger, then I want to go for that, and it's gonna be fun. Plus, I want to go to the bare edge of Area 51 and just see the helicopters and tanks, because I believe they're ready in case there were any dumbass Naruto runners.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to be around that many Naruto runners, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That hurts my psyche.
Plus, dude, if I'm going to ever go there, I'm demanding Sonny to go, because he's our resident Naruto fucking expert.
Yeah.
And so I get to finally make fun of him. Dude.
He fucking loved the video of the Naruto runner when he saw it yesterday. I showed him yesterday. He was fucking busting his ass laughing.
Dude, I want to go there. All right, so let's get.
I'll consider it, but I probably won't go.
All right. Like if I get the plot, I'll hit you up first. See if you want to go. We'll make it a cookout camping thing.
Maybe
with music and drugs. I don't know about drugs, but music definitely.
Yeah.
Now, we got the D2 Shadowkeep roadmap and the sandbox changes.
Okay.
I am really hyped because I love being a dad. And the term for being a dad or playing like a dad is you're using your sniper rifle or your scout rifle, which is like a single shot fucking long range rifle. And it does a lot of damage or something like that. A pulse rifle, which is basically like a semi-automatic rifle archetype. Your auto rifle, which is your AR. You know what people freak out nowadays when they, what are you gonna take your ARs and shit. I love playing at a distance. I feel I could go full ape with the shotgun and just run at people, blast them, pull out my pistol, blast them, or hand cannon, which is a magnum or something like that, blast them, shotgun them, and I could thrive in that space. But I love playing safe, and just I've had salt so many times just from people that are just like, dude, you're a fucking dad, you're a fucking this, and I'm just like, stop playing like a dad. And I'm just like, yes, feed me more, give me more salt, and I'm just like, and I love it. Oh, fusion rifle, which is basically a energy laser rifle thing. Don't worry about it.
Plasma rifle.
Plasma rifle. There we go. The plasma rifle. And it shoots bolts, or one of them is a giant fucking fuck you, Goku fucking fire energy blast thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people don't like that archetype a lot because the meta has been shotguns and hand cannons, magnums, and other shit. And I break out through just playing like a dad, and people. It's the sandbox changes is literally gonna be more centered around me, and I have the weapons to fucking make it. And I don't have a rapid fire one for a pulse rifle, semi-automatic technically, my bad. And it kind of makes me sad, but this Iron Banner has been giving me the resources to try to farm for one before it starts. And if I'm desperate, I could just pull one out from my collection, and I'd be set. I don't care, because I just want to fucking be a dad, and I'm happy with it. So the changes are good. Plus, we had a delay because it was gonna be last week.
Okay.
Technically this week, this Tuesday. Was gonna be Shadowkeep, and then they delayed it for another 2 weeks, which is great because Borderlands 3 happened, and it's kind of buggy right now. I don't know if they updated it, but last I checked, it was for certain NVIDIA processors. GPUs.
I am so not interested in playing Borderlands.
Me either. I have a buddy who has been playing it, and I'm glad he's enjoying it because
from what I've heard, it's like, okay, there's basically nothing different from 1 and 2 except for
I heard
classes.
2 is the best.
2 is definitely not the best. It's pretty awful.
Oh no, Handsome Jack was probably the best villain in my opinion.
He was okay. Here's some problems with 2. Let me just rant for a second here.
Oh, all right. Hold on.
2 has the same problems that 3 has. That you have multiple minute unskippable cutscenes. So many.
Okay.
You're talking about like 3, 4, 5, 6 minute unskippable dialogue and cutscenes, because they seem to think that their writing is so great that you shouldn't even have the ability to skip it at any point in time, and it's not fucking good. And if you play New Game Plus, you have to watch it all over again.
There's a New Game Plus?
Yeah, there is for Borderlands 2, everything. Like, you can play the game again, start New Game Plus.
I just dropped it after that.
Yeah, you can play New Game Plus, which I did in Borderlands 1. Did not even consider it in Borderlands 2 because 1, the writing is fucking horrible. Handsome Jack is an awful villain. And 3, I did not like sitting through probably 2 hours of unskippable, shitty, fucking voiced and written cutscenes of dumb, fucking outdated memes that they think is hilarious, and that does not age well.
Memes never die.
They do
just
die.
go to sleep for a bit.
If you have fucking like claptraps doing the dumbest fucking old memes that weren't even funny when they came out, like makes me want to fucking shoot myself in the head. And 3 is just the exact same thing. The graphics aren't better. The gunplay is maybe slightly better because they've changed some of the guns, but like
they did some wacky shit.
Writing wise, worse. More cutscenes that you can't skip because they think their writers are amazing, which they're not.
No, they're not. I can agree with you. In terms of writing, I really liked 1. I only played about 4 to 5 hours of 2 because at some point my Alienware laptop kicked the bucket, and then
you didn't get to the bad parts of 2, which was towards the end where it just dragged on and on. It's like you would do like 2 minutes of fighting, 6 minutes of cutscene, and just standing there waiting for talking. 2 minutes of fighting, 5 minutes for waiting for talking. It's just like, dude, like this is so.
I messed out. I lucked out. Yeah, basically.
One was good because it had great pacing all the way through.
I had all the DLC for 1 too.
Yeah, they didn't try to like overdo it. They just like had like constant fighting, a little bit of dialogue, boss intro or a little bit of cutscene intro. You kind of do a lot of stuff in between it. Like the pacing was good. 2 and 3 awful.
I agree.
So I'm done ranting. Dude, I won't go further. But
Borderlands 3 happened. It's buggy right now for certain graphics cards. And it's been getting bad reviews because of fucking people, but I don't care about that. That's all I know about Borderlands 3. Plus, my friends playing it. So I was like, I don't have any news. I need to pull something out of my ass.
It's buggy for my brain. Yeah. It hurts my brain.
All right, so
to notice this and Randy Pitchford, the pedophile, still is making money. I mean, alleged.
I forgot. Yeah, he allegedly.
Can't say that legally.
Yeah, no, allegedly. Yeah, allegedly. Yeah. Okay, fuck, man, you just fucking made this saltier than it had to be. Jeez. All right. If we're gonna go for salt, we're gonna go for salt. Funimation voice actor audio leaks happen, and they're fucking hilarious. If you've watched that,
I did think they were funny, especially how people who
Chi-Chi was my jam.
Yeah, I love how people who
go on.
I love how people who are huge SJWs now are doing that shit. And how they were, they were doing all this fucking stuff like that.
Yeah.
Goku, what's his name? Sean Schemmel?
Sean Schemmel.
And he was fucking like saying like faggot and all this stuff, calling saying Gohan's a faggot. And now he's a huge SJW these days. And like,
dude, he's so bad. I mean, he's always been, but it's so bad, man.
Like, you have all this stuff, and it's just like, it's like you're just. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like you don't really care that much, but you're just a huge SJW now because that's what your friends are, and that's what the culture wants of you, and like you don't really give a fuck, I don't think, but you just want to be outraged about all this stuff. And
and plus, I mean, the reason I brought it up was because they try to pretend to like be these like upstanding people, especially with the whole Vic Mignogna case, which shit's happening. I'm not even gonna mention that.
It's still moving around. I watched the depositions of Vic and
I've been watching that too.
But it didn't really go anywhere yet. We'll see what happens. I watched it.
Some things got disproved, discounted, all this stuff. But there's been a bunch of whack shit with like the lawyers of Funimation, all that stuff.
It looked pretty bad on Monica's part. She didn't give a good testimony and everything.
No.
She contradicted herself a lot and didn't have any good stories. Like Vix was pretty convincing. Like I don't know, maybe it was rehearsed better, but it seemed genuine.
Now
on his part.
Give it a sparkness to it. The reason I'm more happy about the deposition is now Funimation's officially in, and because for ousting him over this stuff, and they're the ones trying to be like, oh no, we're these clean people, so these voice acting leaks made their case literally like nah,
that they were letting all this stuff go through. It's just a bunch of dumb stuff. It's like they should, again, it's like
it's a little ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, and like it shouldn't have even happened in the first place because it's ridiculous, and it was just people trying to, I think, ruin a career of someone more successful than themselves at a very specific point in time.
Dude. I mean, I don't think he's ever gonna work for Funimation ever again.
No, and he shouldn't.
No, and it's a shame because I'm gonna miss Broly. I'm gonna miss.
Well, I mean, they did the big movie. Hopefully, they don't need to do another. If Japan does, then they'll figure out someone else. But...
I mean, if anything, they don't even need I feel like they're gonna pull their support for Funimation.
Honestly, these days, like I prefer the dub of Dragon Ball today I prefer the sub today than.
Yeah, same.
But I prefer the old dub. Like I still love Christopher Sabat, even though he's a faggot SJW.
Oh, dude, yeah, Sabat.
And all them, but like I still love their work. I can separate, my love for someone's work away from the person, unlike a lot of other people can.
Yeah, I mean that's why I like Rurouni Kenshin still, even though pedo.
Yeah,
but
the
other
writer,
people worked there.
Yeah.
You can still watch the anime because other people worked on it.
Yeah, I can separate this stuff out.
I can separate it,
and some people can't. Whatever, but even though I don't like certain people that did the dub of Dragon Ball Z, I can still appreciate their work. But these days, I actually think the sub are better, like in Super.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm still not used to Goku's voice in sub.
Goku is still kind of off. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fine. I could get past it. I like Vegeta's more.
True.
Frieza. Oh, dude, I love Frieza's voice acting in Japanese so much more.
Yeah.
Because it's so much more menacing, and in the dub, we got kind of a tranny.
Yeah, like a androgynous, like kind of weird.
Sounds like an old lady, in my opinion.
It does. It always sounded like an old lady to me, which was like it was always weird, like as a kid, but like it just doesn't fit the character, like in how menacing they are. Like I think they could have been like a lot better, but.
No, dude, like
it was their decision.
It's their decision, but I still like Dragon Ball Z. I'm just not supporting Funimation.
I mean, I don't support it.
I haven't supported them in a while.
I've supported Japan directly for 10 years, and I still will.
Yeah.
Because I dropped out of the dub industry a long time ago, and I don't support them anymore.
You see, I wish I could say that, but I got into Yu-Gi-Oh! So.
Well, I mean, fucking.
That's a special case.
You can support the old school ones. You can support like Justin Cook. Like, the guy who still produces some stuff nowadays, Yu Yu Hakusho, did all that stuff, The old school people, like, I still support a lot of them, like, Wendy Lee, Justin Cook.
Wait, isn't Wendy Lee?
She's done a lot of stuff over the years.
She's not the voice actress of Rey, is she?
No, I don't think so.
Someone else.
Okay, if you're thinking about people that you might know her as, I think she dubbed Konata in Lucky Star. She dubbed Haruhi.
Yeah. She's great. She's great. That's all you needed to say, Haruhi, right there.
Yeah.
I can't think of any Haruhi voice actors in dub form other than her.
Yeah.
And I watched the movie.
So support the ones you want to support, and don't support the ones that you don't want to. That's all I'll say.
It's easy. Plus, like, if you need to look past the whole shit talking of that stuff, and you still want to support them, go for it. I just choose not to.
Yeah. I support people who I support, and like I'm not gonna kiss ass to people I don't like.
I'll switch this up because I want to save the good scenes for last at least.
We had a little salt there, but
a little salt. So ZQ, Zoe Quinn.
Don't say her name.
Zoe Cunt.
We do not speak her name here.
Zoe Cunt. There's been some scenes where she made an accusation. Fine, I won't.
I say like Harry Potter, like.
Don't speak his name. She who must not be named.
She who must not be named.
She who thirsts.
Because all of the attention is what gives her power.
Yeah, dude. Like, so
if you just ignore her, she'll go away. That's all I'll say.
For the uninitiated, she's a bad person who makes her money and living off of
by manipulating people
and literally stealing donations. Well, not really stealing donations, but like conning people.
She farms them from idiots and desperate people. People who
she's a terrible person.
Yeah,
and she got she had some accusations. She started Gamergate. Slowly started Gamergate, I believe. Like she was the fire starter, I believe.
More or less. Like there's so much shit about that, and it's like.
Now we could have an episode dedicated to that.
I don't want to. It's so stupid. Like it's honestly so stupid that it went to the degree that it did.
But Sparkness of Gamergate is literally a kind of like what's it called? Consumer revolt against games journalism, and like how they more or less talk shit about their audience and all that stuff, right?
So one side you have the game journalists who say that gamers are these sexist and racist and everything.
Who live in their mother's basements and are
and
white.
you have the other side who say, you know, game journalists are paid by developers and do favors for other people who they like. And, you know, you're not giving genuine reports on games and all this stuff.
It's all political.
And there's a lot of, like, weird mixture in between where people saying, like, you know, oh, like, you're just being sexist and, like, you're just using it as an excuse to be sexist. And, like, the other side's, like, you're just fucking using an excuse to
make money.
Suck dicks from developers and, like, get all these favors, which...
It's kind of true.
I can tell you, games journalists, okay, they don't get paid directly from developers. That's not how it works. They get crazy favors, though, which they happen to get if they, you know, if they're on the good list.
Yeah.
The good boy list. I'm talking about, like, a certain YouTuber, which is very, very famous and used to be very famous. No,
okay.
He's a cool guy, but he's still relevant in the market today. But this particular YouTuber, I'll say, got from Ubisoft. He doesn't even really do a ton of game stuff, but he's a big YouTuber. From Ubisoft, he got to go to France, got a full week's paid essentially vacation in France to go do whatever in France, and then go to the Ubisoft office, check out this game. Got like a big care package from Ubisoft and everything for this game. And he wasn't told to, you know, oh, do a review on it and all this stuff. He just got all this extra stuff for free, essentially, from Ubisoft, to, you know. And this is the kind of stuff that...
To tint his glasses, in a sense.
Exactly. Right? And, like, you can see this stuff, and, like, that's how they do it. They don't give them money and say, oh, give us a good review. They do, oh, you know, you're a big you know, YouTuber or influencer. Yeah. We're going to give you a full expensive paid vacation to check out our office in Montreal or France. Check this out, look at our new game and everything. And, like, so these developers, or, these journalists and everything want to
milk that.
They want to milk all these fucking paid vacations, these, like, big, you know, care packages, all this free stuff, the parties.
The buffets.
And they get them from being in the pockets of, essentially, developers. But they're not going to... Essentially, if you look on all the places, they say, no, we're not being paid by the developer, because they're not technically getting direct cash, you know.
I believe they used to.
They used to, yeah.
Yeah, and
but now they're not getting direct, you know, cash, because they have to basically say that they're doing that nowadays.
And so
the way they circumvent it is they give them big ass favors and get them all these, like, paid vacations and all this stuff to make them feel very nice about something, and they say, oh, you know, I really do like this game.
Like, I don't know the YouTuber who did this, but he ended up talking badly about I believe it was a Ubisoft game too. No, an EA game, and then he lost his EA access.
Yeah, and if they talk about that, they don't get the free stuff anymore.
Yeah,
so obviously these, even though they're not directly paid or anything to say nice things, they get very, very, very nice things, like paid vacations to other countries to say nice things about them. So
basically.
It's a lot of circumventing law and stuff like that to you know, give good reviews without having to pay for ads.
Technically, now,
and that's
just basically
that's
a
very tiny,
basically a tiny thing
morsel of it,
and it barely any of that has anything to do with Zoe Quinn, except for the fact for her other games she slept with reviewers.
Yeah.
To get a good rating on her indie game Depression Quest, and then the reason I know her is because she had a bunch of Kickstarters that got fully funded for like a lot of money. And
like her current one?
Her current one.
Like a year and a half behind or some shit?
2 years actually.
Oh, 2 years behind? Nice. Good job.
Almost 2 years, yeah. So
you do a whole lot of nothing, don't you?
Yeah, and
except go to Japan and pay for things that you say that you have no money for.
So she's been conning people and all that stuff, and she's gotten away with a bunch of accusations for people. It's like, oh, I got abused by this person, etc., etc. And it finally happened where she finally accused someone she used to work with on a false accusation. No actual like report, you know, like police report or anything like that. It was literally all on Twitter. And the guy lost his job, and just his life got turned upside down. And I'd like you to take a minute, just sit right there, and I'll tell you how this guy killed himself. If you didn't notice that fucking reference right there.
Yeah, I know you did.
It hurt. But this guy killed himself. You know, he took the ticket out, and it's kind of sad because this guy killed himself, and she gets no flack. And this is the reason I put this in there. She has a new job writing a Batman comic for DC, and it was an outrage to me. And I already hated DC and Marvel comics for the past 6 years, 7 almost actually. And my God, there's a few things I really fucking hate, and this is one of them. Like, this person accuses someone, he kills himself, and she gets a job. There's no justice in that, and she's just a horrible person, profiting off of people's miseries and just lying, manipulating people.
Yeah, I will say just one thing to end it off for me.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it weird how these things happen just only almost exclusively to her? Isn't that weird?
Mm-hmm.
Just something to think about, you know.
Yeah.
That all these extremely bad things that have happened to across multiple like different companies and all that stuff just seem to happen only to her.
Yeah,
it's weird, you know.
I mean, there's some bunch of bullshit things that should happen. Like, she gets bullied online, but for certain things or certain companies and all that shit. But that's another bag of fucking beans I don't want to open. I just want to fucking say she got a job for after all this shit storm,
mm-hmm.
and this is literally like a week and a half of shit, if not like 3 weeks at most. And she's moving up by just fucking punching down. It's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's some good news that I want to have. Like, I hate comics nowadays. But I'm into indie comics now. And I'm not talking about Saga, where you get abortion land. If you've read the comic Saga, it's a shit SJW indie comic. Don't read it. I mean, if you're gonna read it, at least go full dive and pirate it. And I had the opportunity to read it from a friend, because he owns the copy. And that's all I have to talk about on that.
So
I want to talk about...
Let's go to good news.
This is good news.
Alright.
I want to talk about a good indie comic called, by a Twitter / Kickstarter guy called Kyung Lee. Okay. Working in the United States and California, I believe, if last I checked. And I had the great opportunity to discover it recently. Unfortunately, after the Kickstarter day was funded and it was closed, so I couldn't get my copy of their comic. But it was a new comic called... Battle Made in Knuckle... Oh, hold on, let me read that fucking thing again. I have to read it. It's really well done. I wish I downloaded some pictures just so I can show you. But I have the bookmark right here. So it's Battle Made in Knucklebuster or something? Yeah, Battle Made in Knucklebomb. And it is by this indie artist, and I'm going to show you, Sean. There you go. Boom. It's literally a...
Kind of looks like a
90s throwback manga.
Captain America almost looking... kind of girl.
And it's got fucking boob bust. It's got fucking action. It's literally got etchy shit.
It kind of looks like Captain America if she was a busty girl.
Yeah, basically. You got the
sort of Wonder Woman-y.
Yeah,
kind of sounding.
It's more manga-ish technically.
Check it out. Yeah, it has some Japanese influence. So check out. Oh damn! I like some muscle girls.
Yeah, she's got muscle, man. She's got thick thighs. Like she can kill a man with thighs.
Nice.
She could crack a man's leg
Fair
like
enough.
egg.
Check out. So this guy making a physical comic or
he made a physical comic. He's in the process of delivering most of his issues, and I discovered him. I want to promote him with whatever little influence I have, and this guy's great. I want his comic. I literally hit him up asking if he's gonna do a second round of Kickstarter for like a second issue, like because there's some other comic artists I follow. Ethan Van Sciver is one of them. He did a lot of the original DC Green Lantern comics, and he made that universe so much popular and bigger. And now he's doing his original comic from back in the day, Cyber Frog, called Cyber Frog Blood Honey.
I think quick shill. Follow Vega Dirty on Twitter because he will retweet this artist on Twitter.
Oh fuck! All right. Follow Vega Dirty on Twitter.
And you'll also get lots of porn retweeted on your timeline.
I kid you not. I just retweet everything. Sometimes it's furry because I don't look. Sometimes it's trending because I don't look. I'm literally in a rush. I'm so backlogged on Twitter, I don't care. It's like, this looks nice. Tweet. Accidentally click on a picture as I tweet. Oh, that's a penis. Whatever. Tweet.
So retweet this artist, so we'll check it out.
This guy's great. I will retweet everything he does from this day forward.
Nice.
Like, oh my god, he's so great. I follow that guy. But I want to just throw that out there. This guy is the legit guy who like not only is delivering on his Kickstarter, he's delivering a great comic with everything he demands: boob, thigh, muscle, cute girl, 90s nostalgia fucking battle comic, and it's great. And
that's all I want in my life.
Now it's basically like the 90s like fucking like Alita Battle Angel as kind of like ecchi anime manga.
Ecchi but badass, like woman protagonist, kind of like kicking ass.
Yeah, she's cute. She's adorable. I will, if I could fucking show a fucking picture, I'd do it. I'll just make you edit it.
Alright, fair enough.
Just like
I won't.
Fuck it. No, come on.
Suck my dick. No homo.
Alright, but no.
Alright,
so yeah.
Is there any other nice news that you got here?
The nicest news I have, that was probably it, but I do have one more. PewDiePie did a donation for, I forgot the fucking agency, but he ended up retracting it.
Oh yeah, the fucking terrible, awful agency.
Yeah.
And let's talk about something better about PewDiePie. He just got married last month.
I forgot he got married last month. Yeah, there we go.
Finally. It was beautiful. There's some nice pictures up of their wedding. It was beautiful. Happy for them.
I'm happy. Dude, Pewdies, I was there with your Call of Duty videos. And then I've been a fan of yours ever since. And my God, I'm glad you haven't stopped. I still have a backlog of videos I have to watch. Like, probably 5 years. But bro, I'd watch it.
I'm pretty caught up, but I just don't watch your Minecraft stuff because I don't care. I know that it's like...
I can't watch Minecraft.
For him, it's like, you know, he just basically pre-recorded them. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean,
he's taking a break, which is good. It's fine, but you know,
you're getting married. Get a fucking heir. Sire a child already. Jesus fucking Christ, and send him to the ranch.
Or I'll sire one for you.
To the ranch. all right. But I love Pewds, and he did a donation, retracted it, and he's gonna do it for a better cause because he got a recommendation. That's good, and people give him shit on it.
Yeah,
but they're not important.
Exactly. It's like they're not in charge of his money.
They're the Twitter mob.
They're not in charge of his money. They're not in charge of his life. So fuck off. Like he's his own
it was
person.
like $500,000, I believe.
It was I don't know if it was that much, but it was like I think it was 50,000.
Oh, 50,000. Okay, half 100,000.
Yeah.
There we go. Bro.
It's a lot of money, but
just a few digits under.
Right.
A lot of digits under.
I would like that money so I can buy a Tesla. Thank you. I'm looking for a car. I was just looking today.
Yeah. So there was a joke here. I told him to get a Tesla and found out the minimum is 5,000 deposit. No, 6,000 deposit.
You have to put minimum 5,000 down for like a used, and it's about 600 a month. If you're talking about the base model.
Yeah, if I'm paying this place, even if it's reduced because of family, I can't afford a Tesla.
But I mean, technically, you're saving like 1,000 a month on gas, and like, or no, 1,000.
I wouldn't say it pays for itself yet.
They will pay for themselves for sure.
Eventually,
it'll take a while.
But yeah,
you have to be in that bracket though. Like I'm just under it though. I wish I was above that.
Yeah, and I can't do it. But
I could technically afford one.
If somebody wants to sell me a used Tesla for less than what he just fucking said,
if you can sell me one for 40,000, buy it off you and suck your dick.
Yeah, I'll be your bitch for a week.
I just can't afford the 60,000, 70,000.
Yeah, so, I can't.
But I'm gonna get a Prius probably.
That's a good choice. That's a good choice. Yeah, good choice. Yeah.
So anyways,
yeah, that's all I have on news.
I have some news.
Oh,
that's it. But you're probably gonna be salty. So
hold on.
Let me ask you first. Do you have any more ice?
Unfortunately, no.
We just gotta drink it raw. All right. So
dude, we're almost finishing this thing. This bottle. I expected to be here.
We're not even halfway.
That is halfway.
No, because you have the small the neck.
It was right here.
Yeah, baby neck, baby dick neck. All right. So
I'm gonna be halfway already, dude. I don't want if you can be this drunk.
Oh, all right. You're gonna need a big shot for this one, so because you hate it.
That's enough. What is it?
So we gotta talk about Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Hold on 1 second.
So in the past 2 months, we've had 2
Final Fantasy trailers.
Big boy trailers.
A lot of fan art.
So okay, of course, I think the last time we were here, we talked about going to the Final Fantasy concert.
Concert, yeah.
Where the man himself, Tabata, and Nomura were on stage, and I had to stop this guy from charging the stage to kill Nomura.
Bro, I wouldn't kill Nomura. I'd be the guy who literally would bum rush him and knock him down, beat the shit out of him, and go to jail for like a week. And I'd do it. If you hadn't stopped me. Okay, I was a few drinks in, and I still had the clarity to make this choice. Like, if I really wanted to, I would have broken past you.
But Tabitha's like my second dad, so I couldn't let you be
No, I couldn't beat that. I couldn't beat Tabitha. I respect him enough to, he's basically the caretaker of Nomura. Reins him in.
He is
the daddy of the Final Fantasy.
He's producer of this, so
he didn't get his due.
He's got his dues now. Everyone knows that he's the big honcho behind Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah,
he's the person at every single conference talking about it.
I mean, let's face it.
No, that was not either of them. That was
I thought he had to put together something.
Was that
the 15?
Kitase? I think it was Kitase. Oh, fuck, I get mixed up. But no, they neither of them were touching 15. So, not Tabitha or Nomura. Nomura was working on Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, okay. And Tabitha was working on
scraped
together that, right?
Yeah, other stuff. So.
Okay.
Okay, so anyways,
let me baby flex on this. I was right about Kingdom Hearts 3 being shit.
Well, I don't give a fuck about Kingdom Hearts. I'm more worried about.
There's some people that I know who literally defend it to the death, and they got their dues.
It was basic, it was fine. Like Kingdom Hearts 2 is probably better, but 3's whatever.
1's basic, 2 got edgy.
2's got the story's probably worse than 2, but it's got a great combat system. 3 combat system's dumbed down, story's worse. So you got your mixture there.
No, that's not including the whole shitstorm of we gotta get every Kingdom Hearts in every console, every game,
right?
And that affected the production, affected the story, and that's my main myth at it. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, well let me get into yourself. We had 2 fat, thick trailers. So actually, I may have talked about the trailer from the last one because we saw the trailer before anyone else did at the concert, which was the trailer with Tifa.
I want bigger boobs, but
she's wearing a sports bra, my dude.
Bro, if I can say,
bro, wait till you see her in the purple dress. We're gonna see it. I swear to God, it's coming soon.
I did like Eris's dress.
Okay, so
I've seen Eris's dress, and also I've seen a lot of flex on Tifa. If you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Just pull ups and sit ups. She's fucking great.
I think we talked about the previous trailer because that was at the concert, which we've had an episode since. But then last week was the most recent trailer at TGS, Tokyo Game Show, and they showed so much in such a short period of time. Like they showed new stuff, they showed old stuff, they showed stuff that was just like changed in a better way. I mean, they showed an insane amount. We saw the Fate Ghost niggas, whatever their name is. What they have? They're their new thing.
I don't follow Type Moon.
It's
oh no, UFO Table.
Yeah. But there's these like ghosts that are
Oh no, that's not not Fate Go. That's Tokyo Ghostwire.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about Final Fantasy VII. Fuck off. But okay, so there's these.
You mean Bethesda?
So there's these ghosts that are no one knows really what they are, but
is it in Tokyo?
Shut the fuck up. They're in Final Fantasy VII Remake. There's these like ghosts, black ghosts, like the Changers of Fate, something like that, something of Fate. So they were never there in 7. They weren't in anything 7 related, but they're gonna have something to do with.
Were they mentioned?
No, nothing at all. They're completely brand new. But 7 had a lot to do with Fate, and the themes of the original 7 were to do with Fate, were to do with loss, were to do with like government and economical stuff. So there's a lot of like themes that they could fit into, and with the Sephiroth clones, there's a lot of things they could fit into. But
oh, okay. So this is what I'm going to speculate, if I may. Those triplets from Advent Children, they'll be pre of those. It kind of like things, right?
Those are Sephiroth, which technically it could be something like that, but there's a lot of things I have to get into with that.
I'm sorry, I need to finish that bottle in order for this to make sense.
Let me preface this. So those 3 children of Sephiroth, essentially the parts of Sephiroth, they didn't become born until Sephiroth was part of the live stream, which was the end of Final Fantasy VII.
But they were in their tanks, I'm assuming.
No, they weren't in tanks. They split off of Sephiroth when he went to the live stream after Final Fantasy VII. So I don't think they would actually come about before or in the middle of Final Fantasy VII, because they came after Sephiroth was part of the live stream. So it wouldn't make sense for them to be born at that point. If you listen to On the Way to a Smile, you can see hints of them being born after Final Fantasy VII. So I don't think that's part of them.
Like personas, like different personas of Sephiroth while he was breaking down.
Yes. Was
his realization and epiphany of Mother?
Partly, yeah. They were all parts of him.
I mean, that still doesn't change my opinion of him being a faggot.
Fair enough. Okay, well, I'm only at the very first part of the trailer, so there's those. They show the upper and lower parts of Midgar. Fucking amazing. They showed more Reno and Rude. Reno, I
like Reno.
I'm no faggot, but he's looking pretty good.
I like Reno.
The chest coming out. Ooh, he's got the muscles.
He has the chest?
Oh, he's got some fucking chest muscles punching out. I'm sure the yaoi people are all up on that.
I mean, because I saw Advent Children. He looked like he got a nerf, if that's what you're saying.
Well, he always kind of had an open shirt, but you couldn't see it in the original 7 Advent Children. He had a little bit of an open shirt. Now he's got big open shirt with chest muscles showing. He is technically 3 to 5 years younger in 7. Was
he his partner?
Rude. The guy, bald guy, sunglasses. They showed him.
I like him a lot more.
They showed a fight. They showed Don Corneo, voiced by, in English at least, by Mark Hamill, doing the crazy voice.
Let me see this person.
Because Mark Hamill,
Let me see this person. I'm a big fan of Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill can do voices. He does Joker.
He does Joker. He did Lord Sozin. Mm-hmm. From fucking Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah. He was the Fire Lord.
He does crazy voices, and Don Corneo is like a fucking sleazy, fucking pimp, essentially. And wait,
is he the one that is Don Corneo the guy who kind of got into cross-dress? Cloud.
Yeah. He's looking for some nice
dude,
stuff.
And this is Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
I love me Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill is the best. He's my Luke always, and I feel bad for him because he doesn't even want to be
in the new Star Wars. But he's doing the voice of that in English. Japanese is still pretty good, but I thought that was amazing that they casted him for a crazy role in Japan.
He deserved every good thing happening to him.
And they showed fucking apps. They showed new demos for the first bombing run. They showed Aerith in her fucking red dress. That means that we're 100% getting Tifa in her purple dress. We're getting Cloud in his dress, looking like the original Trap, the original gaming Trap. I can't wait.
I don't know about original because you had Dizzy. No, well, wrong girl. Priest Kid in Guilty
Gear. Was that predate? That's I
feel like it was.
That's
No, yeah, it's probably after. But I know there's other traps before Final Fantasy.
Possibly, but I mean, the most popular probably real before even Trap was a big cultural thing. Cloud was a good Trap. I mean, he convinced
I can't agree with you there.
He convinced a fucking
I just see Legos.
Fair enough, but he convinced this fucking big pimp in his mansion to pick Cloud out of fucking Tifa and Aerith. He was so cute.
I'd love to fuck you. Oh.
He was that cute, so I can't wait to see how good of a trap that Cloud makes.
All I could think of is literally if you've ever watched JoJo, you probably come across a picture of Tequila JoJo, where he dresses up as this fucking giant buff fucking woman with these Nazi guys. You want to party? I want to party. I have tequila, and these guys are lecherous fucking guys, and they're feeling up Mexican girls and shit. And they're just what the fuck are you doing? Get out of here, we don't want you. And then he reveals he's a dude and just fucking beats the shit out of them. But he cross-dressed just to try to get in, and when that failed, muscled his way through.
That probably came before Final Fantasy VII, so maybe that was part of it, a little bit of inspiration.
Tequila JoJo, or...
I mean, JoJo is from the 80s, so I mean, depending on where that happened in the manga, that could have been predating Final Fantasy VII, so...
I don't know, but all I know is there's a different fucking stand pose. But I think my personal favorite one is the Dio pose. But
they showed the Cloud squats they fucking added to the gym. They had
the Chad pose.
Yeah, they had the Tifa fucking doing pull-ups as a contest. Oh man, that looks amazing.
See, that's been spreading around in fan art on Twitter, and I respect that. I've always been a fan of Tifa as fat material, but now I see her as a woman.
Maybe one day you'll see if you ever play the game, but
I will never purchase anything from Square Enix ever again.
Alright, you can borrow from me. I actually already pre-ordered 3 copies.
Can you hand me my gun? No, don't do it.
I pre-ordered 3 copies of the game, so
I don't want to get banned off of fucking YouTube already.
I got you, fam.
Yeah.
I got 3 copies of the game coming.
What? Why?
I got the standard edition, I got the deluxe edition, and I got the first class soldier edition. Yeah, have a drink for me. It's a little rough warm.
Bruh.
Anyways.
Actually, dude, I enjoyed it warm either way. If you want, you could just put it in the freezer and we won't touch it for like another half hour.
Fair enough. Alright, so...
I'll do it right now.
Jump in there. So, well, actually, I don't have anything else. So, let me just mention the Final Fantasy VII stuff. It is releasing March 3rd. I'm going to be sucking that dick hard. I'm so looking forward to that. They showed so many different things. They showed, like, a few bosses. Like I said, they essentially confirmed that we're getting something very, very, very faithful, but something also original, which makes me so happy.
You better tell them that.
Oh, and he flipped me off. He's salty about Final Fantasy VII, but it's one of my favorite games of all time. I've been dick riding that game since 1996, whatever it was. No, 2001. Whenever I played it first, 2001 probably. But we've got... Yeah, there was a lot of new stuff. There was the Upper Midgar stuff, the trailer where they showed essentially showing the Upper Midgar as like being nice, not talking about the slums and everything. Then the trailer dropped up from TGS. We had voice lines from Jesse. We had the extra soldier first class that jumped out. Man, what else do we have? Yeah, we had the Tifa, that stuff. We had Cloud seeing Sephiroth again. That trailer is amazing. Like, check it out. You can check it out. Both the Japanese and English were fucking phenomenal. I don't know what else to say about those for news, but come March 3rd, you're gonna hear me dick riding that a lot because I'm probably gonna play it multiple times through. That's probably gonna be the only thing I play during March as a whole. Otherwise, let me see if he had anything else. So nothing else there. So we're gonna get into the main topic. I'll start it off. I'm done. Let's clank, bitch. I just swapped this to the topic, so we're gonna break into that. So
I'm gonna say I love Pinocchio that I was about to leave you just to watch it in Spanish.
Yeah,
it's a childhood movie.
I can finish it off myself.
All right, so our main topic, Friday the 13th. Let me go back. Friday the 13th happened last week. Unfortunately, we couldn't do it the day after, which was Saturday the 14th. So our main topic was lagged for like a week, but our main topic is going to be villainous, evil waifus, and I have some scenarios that I wanted to surprise you with. So we're going to start off.
I've got some stuff for you too, so go on.
All right, we're going to start off by step 1, picking more or less at least trying to go to 5 on our top waifus.
So qualify what you're talking about here as an evil waifu.
You, despite them being evil, you could still put a ring on that bitch.
Okay.
Or sleep with them. A one-night stand, shiggy. It doesn't matter if they had a change of heart, because, they just had to be evil.
Okay.
It had to be an antagonist or a rival. I don't care if it's fucking Gary Oak or... my bad. Yeah. Not Gary. James. Cross-dressing James counts. They had to be evil.
Okay.
They can't be with the good guys unless they change. But they had to be evil first.
Okay.
So it's just
mine's different. So I'll talk about that once I get to mine. But you go on with yours. So
All
you
right.
qualified yours.
I have qualified
Evil
mine.
at some point doesn't matter. Change of heart.
Doesn't matter. Change of heart. Or still evil, doesn't matter.
Okay.
So and this is a little bit hard because I had to go through a lot. And if you give me another week, I'd have probably changed like at least 2.
Mm-hmm.
These are my top 5. And and in no particular. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking start with still worst to best in my opinion.
Okay.
Gasai from Future Diary or Mirai Nikki in Japanese.
Okay.
Reason I like her. Pink hair. Crazy bitch. Gave puss near the end of the fucking show. Sounds good, I can always go for a girl. If anything, didn't matter to me if a girl's a yandere, trying to kill you. We'll kill a fucking bitch because she looked at you. Like, it's just like...
She put out, though.
She put out... No. It's not the fact that she put out, but that helped a lot. It's more like, it wouldn't matter because I'd be more into that girl than any other girl. It'd be like, I'd reinforce the fact that I'd be so into her that she wouldn't feel threatened ever again. But that's just my positive opinion and spin on that.
Fair enough.
But she's like the bottom of the barrel fucking evil villain in my opinion that I could think of on the spot. Next one, Elsa from ReZero. And by the way, you're gonna notice this fucking thing here. It's not even the worst from best in terms of like it's gonna get fucking bad.
Fair enough.
And sometimes it's gonna be like I hate this person so much. I want to be that guy, that douchebag husband guy who like backhands his woman straight.
Okay.
Kind of deal. Or I love this girl so much I'll protect her. Okay. No matter what.
So what about Elsa?
Okay, Elsa, I love me a girl who's got that mommy like kind of like attitude of her. She's like this mature cougar woman who knows her way to a man's heart, and not in the way that you're thinking of. Knows how to kill a bitch. Mm-hmm. Knows how to kill a guy, and I just love her attitude. She's fucking hot too, so that helps a lot.
Fair enough.
And she's basically if anything, Anime Narumono hasn't had anime adaptation yet, so I wanted to keep it to just that, and maybe video games.
Okay.
Because if not,
mine includes video games.
Anime Narumono would be in there. I don't have many anime villains. I mean, video game villains. Not many. Yeah, no, not really. I couldn't think of on the spot.
Okay.
No, not any. I guess maybe Caster. You know what? Let me remove.
Okay, Caster, she fits in there, yeah, for sure.
Let me remove Gasai for Caster. Fate Stay Night Caster.
Oh, come on, now you're getting 6? What, you already...
No, fuck that bitch. She's out of here.
Alright, well, hurry up.
She's out of here.
Now you get 6.
Basically mentioned it. He wants to take care of you. Plus, Carnival Phantasm. If she gives you an A++ charm to make you... Dude, protects you from anything.
She is waifu status if you're on her side.
I'm on her side. All the way. I love her. And, okay, alright. That was 5. Elsa, still up there. Okay, next one. Tanya de Grusha. From Yojo Senki, or the Saga of Tanya the Evil.
Yep.
In English dub. The reason I like her is she's not the girl I'd want to lewd, because she's like 10.
Well, but she's technically like 40.
She's a guy who's she's a middle-aged salaryman who's an evil guy turned into a little girl in reincarnated form, and the reason I like her a lot is she's fucking mad lad, and
she's fucking mad lad,
and I like her. If anything, she's not even a person I want to waifu. She's a person I want to adopt.
I do too.
And I would never do anything to her, and the reason I don't do that is because Usagi drop killed me. TLDR. Middle-aged guy raises his half stepsister, because his dad, who's an old guy, had a kid on the side after with this younger lady. She's probably like 4. He raises her, and then near the end she wants to hook up with him, and I couldn't get behind that. That's not me. but she's still waifu status to me. You know, Tanya, I mean. But yeah, next one. Lust from Fullmetal Alchemist.
Don't know it, so I never watched FMA, so
You've probably seen her.
probably seen her. But
The girl with the nails. Dresses up like a slut.
I would have. Okay, I'll look at a picture right now. But you go on.
Bruh, okay. Reason is, she's hot. She's got that same attitude that I really like from Elsa from ReZero. But the reason I like her a lot more is it depends on two things.
Wait, how do you spell her name?
Lust.
Lust. Lust. Just Lust. Okay.
Yeah. FMA.
Go ahead. Okay, go
And
ahead.
dude,
I haven't seen her.
Bullshit. She's like the most iconic fucking homunculus. Unless you count the little boy. But okay, so
Hot though.
one, watch
Would smash.
It would smash. Yeah, she's hot. She's cute. She manipulates a lot of people. Like she even manipulates one of the Mustang's officers and all that stuff because he wants a girlfriend and he like went on a date with her and he's going on several dates with her and she's trying to pry him for information, but he's too oblivious because he's like madly in love with her and shit. It depends on the source because original FMA she has a change of heart and helps the good guys, then dies in the process, and then Brotherhood she's still a bad person and dies. So it depends, but her character doesn't change and I love her attitude on it. Plus she's got that BDSM thing going for her, and
I can see that.
Elsa and her are just it was
Elsa
a hard
from
choice.
Frozen? I'll drink to that.
Okay, Elsa from ReZero, she didn't have enough character to, her appearances technically, but character, to justify her placement, to take love, so she had to be there. So she's 3.
Okay.
4. Am I on 4 now?
I think you're on your last one, right?
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Because I got rid of 1.
Number 1.
And this one is I hate this person so much.
Okay.
I want to be the guy to give her a black eye and forcibly marry her and make her life hell and all this shit. And you don't know anything about Gundam.
Barely any.
Alright, so this is from Gundam Seed. And so for all my Seed boys who are in the know, you know of who I speak of. Flea Alstel. Hold on, if you're gonna look her up, Sean, FLAY space ALLSTER Gundam Seed, and you're gonna get a pink-haired girl.
Okay.
And the art style you'll probably recognize if you've seen.
I've seen her before.
Bro, she's
cute.
She's this cute, kind of like popular girl kind of thing, and when the shit goes down, and hold on.
Damn. You right there?
I need to channel this.
Pregnant?
When shit goes down.
She got pregnant?
No. She faked it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, spoilers. My bad. So.
Sorry, that was the first thing it showed on Google.
She's a Zoe Quinn of this show.
Okay, fair enough.
So she has this guy already, a boyfriend, who's the best friend of this dude, Kira Yamato. The coordinator, the protagonist, the guy who pilots the Gundam in Seed and helps the good guys. Doesn't want to kill people. But she already has a boyfriend. She starts off blaming him because she finds out he's a coordinator. Basically, the main antagonists are these hyper genetically enhanced people who are humans, but they got they got these special eugenic traits and gene labs and all this shit. Because back in the day, they had the technology to manipulate the genetics. And so, of course, you don't want to just have blonde hair. You want to make them geniuses. You want to do great things and all that shit. And the main war starts because these people ended up breaking off and getting their independence. And then Earth Federation attacks them. And then they just retaliate. And it basically sums up that the main bad guys are literally hyper intelligent people who are basically humans, except just smarter. and they have better reflexes and mental processing. Doesn't matter. The point is, she starts off hating the main character because he is one of them, and it just blames him. And then when her dad dies because he failed to save him, because the main character failed to save her dad, she develops this fucking plan to just manipulate him so that he would protect her for everything. So she cuts her boyfriend, sleeps with him, basically hooks up with him throughout this entire series, and keeps manipulating the main protagonist, and he literally fucking white knights her. And just fucking like, she plays it off, she lets him get nookie just so that she can get some joy of fucking him, ironically killing his own people and all this stuff. And then she gets her just desserts near the end.
So she's kind of like an old school to what modern day Malty is, huh? Like manipulates her way and like...
No, Malty is so much more tamer.
Damn.
She, if you want to go... She stooped so much lower. Like, you think Malty's bad? No, she didn't need to sleep her away. She just flexed her power. She had no power. She was just kind of like a basic rich bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And what she couldn't get through basically Daddy, because he did, she got through Puss. And it's so bad.
Damn.
And I hated her so much, I just had to put her in here as the best spot.
Fair enough.
Because she's the most evilest fucking person in anime, in my opinion. And I know people who are evil in anime, and it was really hard to top someone dropping someone gassing.
Damn.
Dude, like, it's so bad.
I don't think it happened anyone that bad, so that's pretty good. I couldn't find anyone like
that bad. Okay, this is literally like if we reversed it, she'd be at the bottom. But because of how impactful she is and still is to this day for me, she had to be up there.
Okay, fair enough. So I'll jump in mine. So
I'm sorry for the people who are listening, specifically someone. She's a hateful person. I feel nothing for.
So I will qualify mine. So I did not take any small roles, like, characters that were just evil that just showed up, like something like a Dark Souls boss or something like that, like the spider.
Okay.
Waifu,
I would go for Man-Eater Mildred.
Yeah, something like that, like something small. I didn't do anything like that. They had to be truly evil. They couldn't be like comically evil, something like Jessie from Pokemon, or even like were they evil for part of the way and have a change of heart, like Erina from Food Wars.
Okay, quick thing. We're still on the similar wavelengths of evil, right?
Right.
Okay, that's good.
So I tried to keep it like definitely did evil shit, like not like was just against the protagonist and had a change of heart, or like just did like light stuff to them, like I said, like Erina from Food Wars, where she was against him, but she never really did anything terribly bad to him,
No.
I didn't keep anything like that.
She was just vindictive.
And I tried to keep people who had like at least some kind of developed personality or something like that, just not some like just small character like the main villain from Milky Holmes or something like that. She was pretty hot.
I've been meaning to watch Milky Holmes.
It's a great show, but the main character, she didn't have any story or anything.
Do you
her
have
personality.
sauce?
I do.
Send it.
So anyways, let me jump into my first one. So I'll put this one out there just because you also had her on your list. Dego de Chaf, Tanya from Yojo Senki. I did have her on mine as well.
Behold my power.
I love some Tanya. I would love to adopt Tanya.
If anything, I'm more excited to see her more mature. Because I want to see how she develops, if she's still an A cup, or if she gets bust.
I don't know. They won't ever develop her.
They won't.
But it's good how it is. I love it.
Same.
It's great.
Hell, if anything, it doesn't matter if she's still a midget, because she didn't eat a lot in her orphanage days. So maybe that translates.
Fucking great show, though. I love it.
Great show.
So I'll jump into a video game here, and this is one that you don't know anything about. Final Fantasy VIII, and this is Ultimisia, the ultimate protagonist of the game. So she's a sorceress, and sorceresses in this game, essentially when one sorceress loses their power or dies, the sorcerer's power goes to another person. So a few sorceresses exist in every single era, but this one's an all-powerful sorceress that lives essentially in the future. But she's a time sorceress. Her entire goal is to compress all time and space and absorb it to become a fucking omnipotent god. And she's really cool because she takes over a certain other person who has the ability to control. She can send, like, essentially, like, let's say your consciousness into someone you know, even if it's in the past. And it's pretty interesting.
I think she could send my consciousness into a woman's body.
Yeah, she could. As long as it's someone that she knows, like, if it's someone, like, if I had the power.
So she had met her once.
Okay, so let's say, like, Ultimisia's here, she controls me, and I have the power to send your consciousness to someone I know, even if it's someone in the past, and you can see through their eyes. And so this sorceress,
not interact?
Yeah, so you would essentially see through their eyes of the person I knew in the past. But Ultimisia is able to control this person who can send that other person and then control someone in the past. It's like, it's this whole, like, deep fucking, like, time shit, which is fucking amazing. Like, the way it gets into, like, mind-blown territory, the way it goes.
You're hurting me already. Okay.
Which was the most...
So she's from the future and she can manipulate someone in her present time to manipulate someone in the past.
In the past, yeah.
And I'm assuming she manipulates the heroine.
Not the heroine, it's actually a side character, which you don't really expect to be a big part of the game until later, and you go, oh shit, she's actually a huge character, and, like, you know, she's actually one of the very first characters you see in the game. Big spoilers essentially there. But, she's a big part of the game later on.
This person who gets... Okay, so she manipulates someone, and that person's consciousness who's being manipulated goes to another consciousness, right?
Yeah, so she manipulates the person who has the power to send one person's consciousness to another.
Okay. So are they bystanders, or are they active roles, you know?
They sort of are active roles.
So they can technically control them,
sort of
their actions.
And it's a weird thing, yeah. It's very, very, like, interesting.
Or it's so
like,
subtle that there's no difference.
It's like, really, it's like there would be no difference. You're just kind of seeing what happened in the past through their eyes and stuff. But it can change what they do in the future because of who they saw and all this stuff. Like,
and what you know.
Yeah. And it's this really cool thing. That's probably the most interesting thing about Final Fantasy VIII. Besides, like, the whole, like, telecommunications stuff that they did about, like, dropping, you know, communications between different, like, eras and stuff like this. Like, and the romancing was really well done. But she's fucking badass. She has crazy powers. And, like, the part before you actually go to her palace was one of the coolest parts in the Final Fantasies that you go through, because essentially you fucking travel through, like, all time and space and, like, do this insane, like, half-an-hour fight of, like, different eras and stuff like this. It's fucking badass. Like, but Ultimisia is fucking cool, but she's purely evil, and she's fucking hot.
Is true.
It's basically like that. But I will say Ultimisia is one of the coolest and hottest Final Fantasy antagonists. So I'll put her up there. So otherwise, let me put on the main technical antagonist. So I guess secondary antagonist of Kill la Kill, Kiryuin Satsuki.
Oh, I forgot her.
The student council president of Honoji Academy.
The reason I didn't put her was because she never really gave me a reason to believe she was really a main antagonist.
She definitely wasn't
was a neutral party.
The most
almost.
one.
Yeah.
She was sort of neutral, but to Ryuko, she was evil, and she did a lot of fucked up stuff because she was trying to raise an army to fight her mother.
Yeah,
essentially.
But I guess that influenced my choice into not putting her in there, because I thought about her and I'm just like, but if you think about it retrospectively, she really wasn't that much of an antagonist. She just
not too much, but she definitely caused a lot of chaos just trying to fight that, and like all the crazy shit she did to fight the life threads and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So I put her on there tentatively, but I did like her a lot as a person.
I mean, I'm sorry, she had a lot of plot.
She had a lot of plot.
And I like tall girls anyway.
Tall, strong girls. And I fortunately got to see her voice actress in person in I think it was 2015.
Did she call you a pig?
Yeah, she called me a pig in human clothing.
All of us, technically.
She called me a pig in human clothing, and I felt it in my soul, and I liked it. She's fucking cute. She's fucking got the commanding voice.
And but doesn't she have a soft voice? But she can.
She actually does. She does actually have a very like soft normal voice, but she can fucking get deep in there like and do that harsh like fucking dominatrix voice.
I can get behind that.
So I had to put it in there just because I love her a lot, like personally.
Mm-hmm.
So let me put in another one, just kind of pure evil, but only for her own circumstances. You know, Hunter x Hunter, Shizuku Murasaki. Shizuku, one of the Phantom Troop. The airhead, black hair girl with the glasses.
Ah, yeah, dang.
Just a pure brute force.
The obvious. Okay, if I was gonna go pick a Hunter x Hunter girl, it would have been Neferpito.
I mean, that's androgynous. You can't really say female or male for that, so it's like, yeah, you know.
I don't care.
I've seen some dojins either way.
Either way. I mean, but they always refer to her as a her in the sub, but I guess that's because she identified as a...
Sort of, yeah. See, now, but she didn't have any genitals.
If you really want any SJW shit there, that'd be more applicable.
True. Okay. I mean, I don't care either way, but I didn't say that just... I would say Neferpito, because I actually fucking met... Pito's insanely cool as a character.
Did you meet the voice actress?
I did not meet the voice actress of Pito. I wish I could, but I don't know if they've come to the US before. They may have, but I haven't seen them. But I picked Shizuku. Probably the second. She's definitely just...
She's good.
Just a pure evil. I mean, she's in the Phantom Troop.
She's more oblivious about how evil her acts are.
She is, because she's an airhead. Anything that she forgets, she actually literally can never remember. Mm-hmm. And she's got her Blinky, which eats anything, and it can only spit up the last thing it ever ate. So if it eats something and then eats something else, it can't eat the first. It can't spit up the first thing it came out. It's gone forever. And she's just like a brute force, you know. She's just, you know, dumb airhead, strong girl. And I like that, you know. She's cute. She's got glasses. She looks almost like a smart girl, but she's dumb, kind of. And I like it.
I'm kind of sad I didn't think this hard. I really didn't. Dang.
And then I picked.
I'm not changing any.
My last one from another game here.
Oh,
I picked Catherine from Catherine, with a C.
Oh, the suck?
The succubus.
Technically, yeah, she's
a force of pure evil, you know. Well, I guess, you know, it depends on how you look at it, but she is a succubus who literally just spends her free time seducing men and killing them. But because
her goal is basically to thin the herd of the men in this event, kind of a Horizon thing that.
So I read up on it entirely. So she dooms them in their nightmares, but basically the type of succubus she is that she's supposed to send unfaithful men, or men who don't want to impregnate their girlfriends, essentially, to die in their nightmares. Mm-hmm. So any men who are essentially like in their mid-20s to early 30s, they want, basically these succubus want to have women in their most fertile age, which is 27, give birth. So any women around that age that have boyfriends that aren't committed to them or are committed to having children with them, they target them to seduce them, and if they're not faithful to their girlfriend, they'll seduce them and send them to die in their nightmares via the trials. Mm-hmm. And any men that aren't able to go through the trials, you know, in their nightmares, die. And there's only 3 men, apparently, in the entire 700 years of them doing that have lived through the trials. Vincent being one of them.
You know, sucked.
Yeah, exactly. And
Vincent, the bartender dude, I believe, right?
No, Vincent, the main character.
Yeah, Vincent, the main character, the bartender dude,
and then someone else like that they
never mentioned. Okay.
But yeah, so
probably Adam.
Maybe. Probably.
I mean, they go biblical, so it's hard. No.
Well, I mean, Adam would be like
700
younger,
years.
But yeah.
So if we go 700 years,
but yeah,
I'm not going to think too hard on this.
So Catherine's a succubus who just spends her time, especially murdering unfaithful men or men who aren't going to impregnate their girlfriend at the fertile age. But I have to say, you know, Catherine.
She's great. She's great.
I
went faithful. Unfortunately,
we need to play full body though. I literally have a copy in my house that I've had for like
you have the game
2
already?
weeks now. I've had it, yeah.
Shit, I forgot it came out. Okay.
I have it right now.
You know, we still have to make Sonny and his girlfriend play it.
We can't get his girlfriend to play anything, though. You know.
No,
I think he has to play it himself.
So okay,
because the funny
thing...
the funny thing is, this is actually the perfect thing because again, the succubus targets men with relationship problems in their late 20s.
Why? Okay.
So it's actually, to him, it's like...
It's the most applicable thing.
He's the most applicable person I've ever seen for this. And so it's going to ask him questions that are hard, like, you know, like, do you want to have children? Like, do you think this or that?
Choice,
and like, and he's in a relationship, so it's even harder for him than it is for someone like us not in a relationship.
Okay.
Like,
all right.
He's going to really feel it and be like, ah, man, how do I really feel about this? You know, like we could see his deepest.
Honestly, the best thing about it is the pie chart. I mean, now it's kind of bunk.
It's gonna be different now, but then I don't actually know how the new rain route is going to attribute to the difference.
A quick question on the pie chart: is it only the first time ones? There's no other second placers or anything like that?
I'm not sure.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
Because then it'd be really hard to differentiate.
Right.
Oh, dude. Okay. You know, we have to make him play it after Katawa.
I don't know if we can get him to read, but I could get him to play Catherine in my house.
If we can sit him down for 2 hours.
I can get him to play Catherine, I bet. Or you could get him, you could put it, we need to have it here instead of, like, you need to have it set up one day after the gym. We come here. He plays like an hour or two, you know. Has a few hard questions to answer. So you need to get that set up.
Just so you know, we can't speak of this to him.
We can't. He's gonna come over soon, by the way, but we just have to you know, we just gotta set up for him and be like, you know, hey, you should play this, you know, and see how you feel, you know. Have him just be in the same situation as Vincent.
Dude, he is Vincent. Actually, no, he is another character in there. Dude, he's the most perfect candidate.
He is. It's literally the succubus target men like him.
My brother.
Who are in his situation.
My brother. Alright. Now, this is gonna be a hard thing because first date, and this is the elimination.
Okay.
You gotta get down to, you gotta eliminate 2. How would your first date go with your top 5? And you're gonna start this one off.
Wait. Oh wait, you still talking about these girls that we picked?
Yeah.
So top 2?
You gotta eliminate 2.
That you date?
You just gotta eliminate 2, and then the final round would be the top 3, which would be a surprise, which wouldn't be too surprising.
So ones that I would fuck or date or what?
Okay, first date. Okay, so you're using your top 5. You go on 5 dates with these 5 girls. Okay. Who would you eliminate?
Okay.
And how would it go? What would be the definitive thing to kick these 2 specific girls out?
Okay, I would drop Ultimisia because she doesn't care about anything except for killing all of humanity. So, you know, that's a little hard to get in the pants, you know.
But when you do, you'll be marrying into basically
a god. If I could get in there, you know, then we might have something going, but I don't know if I could bust into that. So I'm going to have to eliminate her.
Okay, I got you.
And maybe I'm going to have to drop... Do I go Lolly or do I go? All right, I'll drop Tanya. You know, it's technically an old man.
Now, what would be the definitive thing? Because you can't. So basically, first one.
Okay, well,
you can't even get a conversation started really going.
Yeah, you can't really get anything going with Tanya. Period. Because again, it's an old man. It's not gonna be interested in any kind of fucking no matter what.
Yeah.
And
she's just gonna be more interested in
war,
faking it,
and killing Sonzai X, being X. Yeah. So my 3 left are still Kiryuin from Kill la Kill,
Kiryuin,
Shizuku from Hunter x Hunter, and Catherine.
Okay, all right. So who's the one that replaces you? Know?
You replaced it with who did you replace it?
Caster,
yeah, that's right.
Caster,
that's right.
Fate Stay Night Caster. Okay. Medea. Okay,
Yeah, I'm into you.
so I'll have to get rid of Tanya because it's not going to be interesting to date. And I've been on several dates. I know a fake when I see one.
Okay. And who
She's
else?
gonna fake every conversation.
Who else are you dropping?
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to look through my list. Give me a quick second. I'm gonna probably have to get rid of Flay Alster. My rage boner for her.
You can't. She just not.
She's just
She's not putting out. You know.
No. She'll put out. The whole point is, she's such a scummy person. The only reason I put her in there was because I really hated her. And she's the most hated person in there. So it doesn't matter that she's the
Fair
top
enough.
that I hate. It's the fact that
You wouldn't try to smash it no matter what.
It doesn't matter if I get it. It's one of those later on down the road divorce kind of thing. And she'll take half my assets and the children.
Fair enough.
And
so who's left in your list then?
So of course we're gonna have.
You still got Caster.
We've got Caster. We've got Luft from FMA, and we got Elsa from ReZero.
Okay.
Which I wish it was not for people now, but whatever. I'm still sticking with Elsa. All right.
Are you a furry or? I mean, Pizza's a little furry.
Technically, she's an insect.
Yeah, I mean, technically. It's kind of got like.
And I'm into that artist who does that insect girl stuff. Which, if you. We got some tasks coming up, and I'm going to be enjoying mine.
I've got a good artist.
Same. Alright.
Mine's better.
Now, we're down to the last three.
Okay.
And I hope you're liking this one. Which one did you introduce to your mom? And you gotta get rid of two. So like Highlander, there can only be one. I'm gonna have to start off.
Who am I introducing to my mom?
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna start off on the bat.
Okay, go
I'm
for
getting rid of Elsa. That's it. But you go.
This is tough because Catherine could fake it. She's smart. She could fake it.
She has experience.
She could get by, and she could make a good fake up, and she knows the deal. She's a succubus. She's been around for a while. She could get past the meeting with the family. I'd have to drop Shizuku. She's too dumb. I couldn't bring that home.
I mean, if you did, your mom would be like, "What's wrong with her?"
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
she's got like mental problems,
Yeah, she's got problems. And she said she just killed someone.
But Satsuki, she's fucking, she's a dominant woman, I mean, maybe
your mom would probably look at you weird for picking Satsuki.
I mean, she's fucking.
Now, if it's toned down Satsuki afterwards, it makes sense.
She would be a little hard to bring around because she'd be trying to fucking. She's dominating. She's the alpha, in the relationship for sure.
Mm.
But still, I'd probably be down to make it work. But Catherine would be like on my level. She'd bring it down to my level,
But you still have to eliminate two.
But Satsuki would be like on the higher level, but I'd still be down to make it work.
Alright, but now this is the scenario I'm saying.
Okay.
You have to introduce her to your mom.
And what?
And you have to understand in that mentality, knowing these characters, how this would go down and eliminate through that. Or even if it's a bad experience, you're still willing to go through it, whatever. So that's supposed to kind of help influence you in your choice.
I'm bringing Satsuki from Kill la Kill to my mom. And I'm trying to make it work. Because I like her a lot.
Brah. I respect that.
She's the alpha in the relationship. I'm down. I was fine with that,
Now,
I can be under her. It's fine.
I would say Alpha would be the same thing as Satsuki, except for the fact that the reason I'm eliminating her is she's just one of those characters, one of those people you pick up on Tinder, you know she's gonna kill you. You would never introduce her to your mom, but you would keep as a secret, smush mush girl.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't have enough character for me to make her stick around.
So who you bringing?
And I still have to get rid of another person.
Mm-hmm.
There's Lust and
or Caster.
Of course, it'd have to be Caster. I'd have to keep Caster around.
Alright, let's grab your mom real quick from the next spot door. Let's see if she likes her.
Well, only if you bring your mom here right now.
My mom's in Texas.
We can call.
It's rough.
Then there you go. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. No.
Nah, my mom would probably be fine with me with a woman that can take charge of me. Be like, okay, she'll take care of you.
Yeah, you'll be set.
She's in she's in control, but she looks like she's got a good head on her shoulders.
There we go. You see, yeah.
But your mom, I don't know.
I don't know. And Castor, of course, she's waifu material always.
Depends on how much she likes you, I guess. Depending on how she would be with you.
As much as I like Lost, I have to make this influence. She would be the girl that I would really want, but people around me would see dude, she's just using you and all that stuff. And Castor would be, I really want to be your housewife. You took care of me, and I'll make everything good happen to you.
If she really likes you, she would, yeah. So Castor would be a solid choice.
And I mean, let's face it, she just latched onto the first person who was a psychopath killer and all that stuff. If it was anyone else who helped her out, I'm sure it would have been reciprocated.
Fair enough.
But I like Castor because she just wants to be a housewife. She just wants love, and I respect that. So congratulations, my friend. You survived the gauntlet.
Alright.
Yeah. And we finished with this main topic. Maybe we might have another round of this with different girls, depending.
Well, we'll figure it out. So I actually already changed the topic because I thought we were going to it earlier, but you brought that on. But let's go into Rex real quick.
Oh, I mean, I just said we have Rex because one of them literally is kind of falls in the line of Elsa / Lost.
So I'll jump in here first. So I want to recommend the anime, How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift?
Ooh.
Because go to the gym. You fucking weeaboo shits.
I mean,
swole.
Yeah, I do need to go.
We're going tomorrow.
I'm down.
We're deadlifting. We're benching.
Surprisingly enough, I'm not that buzzed, but we've been pacing it pretty damn well.
I think I've had a little bit more than you.
You pour a lot more, and I've been so generous in not taking a lot. And if I had stuck at your level, that bottle would probably be gone, and nothing would be left for Sonny.
Too bad for him.
Too bad for him, though.
He'll be here in like 15 minutes.
Oh, that's great.
But, so watch that. Mm-hmm. Get some gains on. Go to the gym. Hopefully you can get a buddy to do it, but otherwise, go yourself. And like me, I'm gonna be going all the time once I get a car. Mm-hmm. Fucking 5 a.m. every day, getting gains.
Fucking gains.
And game wise, play classic WoW.
Ouch.
It's good.
That fucking hurts.
It's fucking good. If you never played it back in the day, you'll get a nice experience. If you played it back in the day, it's just good, dude. There's so many people, and everyone's still friendly. You get the original classic experience. It's fucking been fun as hell. So check it out. What you got?
What about reading? You got nothing to read.
Read your
You're gonna do something witty, aren't you?
I was thinking about it, but I had something, but I forgot it. I'm retarded.
I'm sorry, I'm a little retarded now.
I was about to say. I'll say, after you lose your job, like all my my other friends at my last job, read your rights to get unemployment benefits. But I didn't do that because I lost my job and got another job one day after.
So you can't still apply?
No, I got a job one day after I lost my other job.
Dang. Dude, this guy's a legend. And I mean, I'm also looking through manga and all this stuff. I don't want to recommend any of these. No. Alright. So, let me close that app. So, I would say watch Symphogear. No. I'd say watch Carol and Tuesday. It's an enjoyable slice of life,
slash
drama music anime. And I really, it doesn't matter which one you watch. I like the dub a lot. Maybe the voice actors. I didn't look too deep into the voice actors for the dub. I would probably rewatch it in Japanese, by the way.
Japanese is really good.
Yeah,
I haven't watched it in anything else, but Japanese is super solid.
I might rewatch it in Japanese,
it's really good.
Sometime later. Literally before the end of this year, probably next month. Before next month, I'd watch it.
I'm actually curious. When they do the songs, are they singing in English?
The same.
Okay, so they
it's
do the same
it's
songs.
still in English.
Okay.
And
so they don't redub those.
They don't redub those.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no redub on that. It's still the same. I mean, plus it's the
same.
Oh
yeah. Hold on, I want to say real quick. I never mentioned we didn't talk about, but the picture we have up right now.
Oh,
is you.
thank you.
Is
Oh,
you
okay.
right here. This is at Anime Expo. What
Allow
happened
me.
here?
I have to explain this one. So, my buddy Sean, bless his soul, helped a brother out making a ring out of $1.
Making a ring out of a single
dollar
bill.
because I had these Amazon rings coming. No, eBay rings, these plastic like wedding rings and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to do this joke where like in Azure Lane, you know, you can host a girl and you'd give her a wedding ring, you'd slide it on that bitch, and you're host and you get your marriage rights and shit in the game. You know, it's like, and they get a little buff. I wanted to do that for Sandy because I was the only mad lad to marry her pre Ultra SSR.
Right.
And I kind of liked her, and I only did it because of meme. But she also came from a good place. I really liked the background of her, like her influence being like, because San Diego isn't that great of a ship in game until this patch, and in history, I mean historically, second most decorated.
Right, out of Enterprise.
Except for Enterprise, because the Enterprise got more, and apparently Sandy got more, but unofficially.
So, yeah.
And you know, I like the history on that, but also I really like the history on the Chinese aspect of San Diego of the fertilizer. Was the commercial, and I only did it because of the meme. So I support her fertilizer.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that can reach 10 fucking feet into the ground, and like is in a research base in San Diego. Literally, Chinese marketing at its best in the 80s or 90s. I don't know.
So
I did it for a meme, and I wanted to commit because I didn't get these fucking rings, and so I asked Sean, and I did most of the work until like I was confused on this one part, and he helped me out finish the ring. So what I am holding right there, Sean.
It's a ring made out of $1 bill
that
you can actually put on. It looks like a legit, and it says like number one. It says one on top.
Number one.
If you're using a $1 bill, it'll be it'll be 5 if you put a 5. But if you're using a $1 bill, it'll say 1 on there. Yeah. So technically, you know, just like San Diego's number one.
Number one. Number one.
It'll say 1 on there, and so he went up to this
random cosplayer.
It was technically the official cosplayer for Azure Lane. Like she was actually commissioned to be there, like, and she was for the booth and everything. There was a San Diego and a Cleveland and an Akashi.
I really like the was it Akashi there or Cleveland?
There's Cleveland the other day where I got a picture with both of them. I think.
Oh, who was with her that day?
It was Cleveland.
That day?
Yeah, and then the third day, the Akashi was there.
Right. Who's awesome? You're awesome.
But so Edwin here.
The thing is, she was so surprised. She did that pose before I got onto my pose. So I wish she took a little bit more because she was really embarrassed. Kinda. She didn't know what to do.
She actually looked at me for the other ones, so I got pictures of her looking at me. Who she really wanted, you know?
Yeah. That hurts. No, I just wanted to do it for a meme, and I finally got to do it, and it was great.
He's
and,
proposing to Sandy
in my full garb, my weebest garb.
The go fucking sweater, like fucking weeb.
Yeah, and I still have it. It's hilarious. I love it.
Yeah.
I regret nothing. And
but that's the story. So he proposed with a fucking ring to San Diego, which he had already married in the game. Just had to mention it because we had a picture up from.
Yeah.
We'll show pictures from
Anime Expo.
When I stop being lazy and actually send the pictures to everyone.
Yeah, for fuck's sake, send us.
How do you want me to send them to you? Fucking email?
They're on your iPhone.
Yeah, and you can't get AirDrop, you little bitch.
Oh well, it's not my fault.
And I downloaded the new iOS, which is it's very nice with the dark mode, but it's a piece of shit because mail freezes for me every second.
Yeah.
I can't use the mail app. So I'm pissed about that.
We had some technical difficulties. We would have been finished like a bit ago.
iOS 13, fucking fix your shit because the mail app freezes for me every second.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
It'll probably update soon.
Hopefully.
But
anyways, you recommended that. Any other recommendations?
What was my watching recommendation? Carol and Tuesday, right?
Tuesday?
Yeah. Watch Carol and Tuesday. Reading. If I had a recommendation for reading, it would probably be, you should definitely read. If you can get it after the Kickstarter, Battle Made a Knuckle Bomb.
Okay.
Because
actually,
I want to support it. I really want to support it. I'm gonna get my copy, and I will fucking make a fucking video on it.
It looks nice.
Actually, if anything, I'll literally show it to you guys on a podcast.
Yeah, just show it. Just make a video.
Yeah, I love it. This artist is literally committed to what he wants to do. Makes a very titillating fucking character in a battle action series with muscle tone. It's great. It's also beautifully drawn. It looks nice. It's great. It looks nice. And
what game would you like people to play?
The thing is, it's still related to the BattleTech series, and I'm only saying this because I'm in a Discord group where like some mad lad decided to post a hyperlink to a DRM-free version of all the BattleTech games, so you can download them all and all that stuff. But if I had to recommend one of the BattleTech series, I would recommend either the RTS BattleTech, because it is a very beautiful. Yeah, I'll go with that one. I'll probably recommend the MechWarrior Online. But BattleTech, the RTS, is a very interesting kind of like. It reminds me a lot of what's that fucking game with aliens? RTS, UFOs.
StarCraft?
No. Like real life, more like modern setting. Literally, it's like us in our setting, but it's like they had several RTS. They have a second game, and they made a shitty fucking like third-person fucking shooter on that console. I can't remember the series, but fucking have it.
No fucking clue what you're talking about. I probably know if you say it, but I have no idea.
It is.
As far as I'm talking about RTS, all I know is the big boys is like StarCraft, Warcraft, Command and Conquer.
Getting closer, but no, not those. It's literally like a popular fucking game. I talked about it. I made Donald Trump in that game before he became elected, and he ended up saving the world. I kid you not, by chance.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
I am not kidding you. It's a very hilarious thing.
Okay.
But if I remember it, I will insert it in a fucking annotation.
Okay.
Or something like that. But it's a very hilarious game. I keep wanting to say FromSoft, but it's not FromSoft.
I'll say, as far as BattleTech,
yeah, I'll say BattleTech. It reminds me of that.
Play MechWarrior for the Super Nintendo, or play MechWarrior 3 for like Mac pre OS X 10, or probably like fucking Windows 98.
Yeah.
It's fucking old school, but the game is actually amazing. I actually used to have it for Mac OS 9, which is real fucking old school. I love the Hellcat.
Is it the Mad Cat or the Hellcat?
Hellcat, I think it is. Yeah. Super fast and super squishy.
Okay, yeah, no, definitely not the one I'm thinking of.
But that's there was a few others in MechWarrior I loved, like the one on Super Nintendo. You could customize a ton of stuff, and so you could on the PC or the Mac version.
Mm-hmm.
And it was super cool game. Like the mech customization was out of this world, and like especially for the time, it was way ahead of its time. Which is probably why it didn't really take off that much, because it was super far ahead of its time.
And you said it was Mac, so Mac computers were hard to get back then.
I know I played it on Mac. It was probably out for PC as well, but it was like the Windows 98 time.
I didn't get a PC until I did, but I played
maybe Windows XP, but it was super old school. I think it was MechWarrior 3 or something like that for PC. It's fucking amazing though. Yeah. It was all 3D, like. And 3D games at that point were like crazy. You're like, oh shit, this shit's 3D. I'm fucking sucking some dick right now. This is 3D.
Bugging me so hard, so I'm gonna have to look it up.
Fair enough. So let's jump into recommendations for.
You started off while I look up what I'm looking for.
So I need to recommend a certain artist here. The name is Miyamoto Isa. Now this artist has become a recent favorite of mine. They've done 3 things in the past year.
XCOM.
XCOM. Okay, it's an RTS, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
BattleTech plays like it. Kind of reminds me of XCOM
Okay.
with different mechanics. Sorry, go.
Anyways, the
Issa.
most recent Miyamoto Issa had a fucking
Nancy, can you send me stuff? I have mine
can.
literally loaded up. We can't show the viewers.
I can't show it at all. It's a little too graphic the entire way through.
I don't care.
But you've got dark skinned.
You send it.
A dark skinned Oni maid.
Is she a lolly?
No.
Okay.
Busty and thick.
I feel like I know.
But this artist does a lot of Shota. Mostly Shota. But this art, out of this world. The whole thing.
I feel like I know which one you're talking of.
And
he
did I think Kiss Otome series. He's got chapter 1 and 2 out. Both like fucking 40 pages each.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god,
second.
they're fucking phenomenal. Check him out. Miyamoto Issa. I don't know if he's on any mainstream platforms. Probably not, but you can find him on X, probably in hentai. And what do you got? Let's hear this.
Two S's or one?
2 S's. ISSA.
Lilin original Miyamoto Issa.
Big fucking nice thick girls.
That one.
Oh yeah, that's one of them.
Oh god, what is this website? I don't like the ads. I'm out. Alright, well, this is an artist we've mentioned before.
Okay.
And this is their newest work. But what was the tag specifically? Oni girl for you?
It was a combination of dark-skinned Oni maids.
Oh,
that's a unique one right there.
We're combining them.
We're
combining them.
I think we've gone through almost every tag now, so we've got to
we're just supposed to highlight a tag, but the artist is bonus. Okay.
I just had to talk about the artist because the artist is like...
No. But that's how we usually do it. We always talk about the artist anyways.
But he has other, dark-skinned girls, so I guess I could pick dark-skinned.
Dark-skinned? Okay. So only pussy. Alright.
What you got?
So, this is a specific tag called moral...
Degradation?
Degeneration.
Degeneration, yeah.
Moral degeneration. And if I can pull up the tag title.
It's fucking great.
It's fucking great.
One of my favorites.
Show tag definition.
One of my favorites.
According to the wiki, removing a person's moral standing towards sex, effectively turning them into a loose guy or girl, aka slut, likely to involve gyaru, piercing, and full body tattoos, may in some cases also invoke mind break. Notes: should not be confused with mind break, mind control, or corruption tags.
Slightly different.
So it's basically like kind of like Henshin Emergence, except I feel it's more towards corruption.
It's kind of both.
It's kind of a iffy territory to touch.
Right.
But the reason I have loved this artist so much, my nigga, Nakamura Regura.
Okay.
And this is their new title. What was the title? What was the thing called for yours?
The title of the doujin?
Yes.
A Certain Noble's Happiness.
Okay. And this one's Nanbo.
It's fucking great.
Hitoga Kushiki.
Okay.
Doketsu no Mujina? Okay, so the English is Birds of a Feather. The Lost Light. And this is technically a Shota tag, but this has subtext that really kind of got me more startled. I love that you sent this off. I'll look at it right after. And I'm talking. So, this involves this kid who, like, more or less is like, his best friend's like, oh, that girl over there, that lady, apparently you can talk to her and she'll put out. And all this stuff. And so this kid has the balls to basically go to her.
I know the doujin you're talking about. Read it?
Yeah, me too. And
as soon as I heard that plot, yeah.
Yeah, and well, basically, he gets Nookie, and
it's a fucking thick girl, huh? Is that the one?
Girl.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love this one.
It's fucking great. She has a mole too, and I would have said mole as my tag, because I'm a fan of moles. Like, I love them. But the main reason, especially when they're like on the eye, right under the cheek, or like.
Sorry, what's the artist one more time?
Nakamura Regura. I didn't even have to look.
Yeah.
Yeah, like really good artist, very healthy girl.
I literally knew the Dojin because I've checked it out.
And you're looking at it right now, aren't you?
I'm gonna go back and look at it, but I know the exact Dojin.
Yeah, and the reason I want to highlight this one is because it's got some dark tones that like it's got a lot of subtext for like the reason why this girl does this, why she's like, and I feel like it's gonna get dark in the next chapter, and I'm calling it here. He gonna die. He gonna die, and like, and I usually don't like Shota, but this artist really is one of my favorites, and I had to give it a look, and thankfully it was translated, so I got the full context. I'm just like, okay, I don't like this kid doing this stuff, but this is good. It's, you know, she's got meat. She's got
a lot of meat.
Yeah. Now, and that's just it. You know, that's just I'm into that.
Nice.
Now that's all I got on my tags. So, it's been a meaty one. So thank you guys for tuning in. We could have probably cut this down by half an hour.
Let's bring it in one more time for the last one.
Yep. I'll bring us the rest of that whiskey later.
No, we'll kill it right now. No, just kidding. There's a lot left.
Oh, there's a lot left. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. I just want to remind you we're gonna try to continue this in the next 2 weeks. Hopefully, if there's nothing coming up, hopefully there'll be some stuff up, like padding, and so I'll have these more or less leaning up against something more upright, etc., etc.
Yeah, get your shit together.
Yeah. Hey, I'm also lazy.
Just kidding.
Yeah. No, so I'm still gonna do the soundproofing. We got a shitty little lamp here that
it actually worked though.
It worked, but it's not the thing I want to do. I literally have LEDs for this job, and well, hey, I'm short and I need a ladder. That's what's been stopping me.
Damn.
But I have you guys now, so I'll just lift you up on my shoulders.
Fair enough.
Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. You know, like again, follow me at Vega Dirty. On Twitter, you'll get a bunch of lewd stuff, a bunch of artists that I'm promoting, some Faku links on Dojins if you care about that. And that's about it. Also follow us on YouTube if you want. Hit that like button. No, who am I kidding? No, don't hit that like button. Just we're just doing this for shits and giggles, and more or less for the vlog, so I can look back later and cringe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Alright, guys.
Yeah. So yeah, let us degenerates get out of here. Thank you.
Take care.
You guys have a good night.
Late.